Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Normally on my channel, I do a countdown, but today is a little different. You might notice different background, different thumbnail, thanks to DC. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing well.
I'm seeing a lot of chatters. I hope you're ready for the fluffery of Tony and Sarah, because we certainly are.
And there's definitely going to be some fluffery. A little sprinkling of spiritual manipulation, a little sprinkling of emotional manipulation.
Yeah.
It's going to be wild. So,
yep.
Yeah. And in case you're new here, welcome. My name is Erin Bies. And if you've ever sat through an MLM Zoom and thought, wait, hold on a second, is this a business or is this a cult meeting? Let me just tell you, you are in the right place. I'm an anti-MLM creator, a certified personal trainer, and a full-time, dare I say, watchdog in a fun, non-arrogant way. Calm down, everybody. For commercial cult behavior disguised as community. Tonight, we're going all in on Nueva's first big team Zoom via Tony and Sarah Zalecki. Shout out to them. I hope y'all are having the day you deserve. And trust me, it's a wild ride from minute one.
Oh my God. I love it. And I'm DC. If you're watching from my channel, welcome to the snark pit. I call out manipulative tactics, hustle culture, BS, and every this time it's different MLM promise that ends in regret and overdraft fees. Drop a red flag in the chat every time you spot a classic MLM tactic, because this call is packed with them. I can't wait.
It is.
From bikini in a bottle product claims to God-approved branding and a recycled comp plan, it's giving deja vu. We're watching it all the way through, so sit back, keep the chat spicy, and if you feel personally victimized by VIP list culture, don't worry, you're not alone.
You're not alone. Yes. All right, so let's get the disclaimer out of the way, the intro that DC created. Let's get some hype for DC in the chat, and we'll be right back. That was so good, DC.
Yep.
That's so good.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I just wanted it to be as intense as the disgust we're going to feel for this Zoom call. And there's going to be a lot.
And there is going to be a lot. Thank you guys for all the compliments. We hope that you have liked and subscribed.
Hello, chat.
To both of our
if you haven't liked Erin's chat, if you're in mine, Erin's stream, if you're in mine, I'm going to link her channel via the Nightbot. That's sometimes naughty, so you can go right over here and click on Erin and
hopefully it behaves. And DC should be linked to my video description.
Thank you,
well,
Lizzie.
So make sure you
had to share some great news. Finally got an appointment with a pain specialist for her son. Been waiting months. Congratulations. That's incredible.
That is
It's always a great feeling.
Can you hear me okay, DC?
Oh.
Can you hear me?
I think you're muted.
Why would I be muted? Hold on. One moment, can you guys hear me?
Maybe I'm muted. Live chat. Can we hear Erin? Because I certainly cannot. You can hear Erin. It's my fault. Oh my God. Let me go out and come back in.
Is it really a DC and Erin stream?
Oh, I know what it is. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
If we don't have technical difficulties.
I accidentally muted my rip. It's me.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Okay. This is the only technical difficulty that I'm adding to the stream, because I'm going to be on my best behavior. I'm not. My lint rollers and my kazoos, we're going to keep it a little bit in my lane, because the technical difficulties are barking at my heels.
I plan to riot.
Okay.
I brought the red lipstick out for it, so you know. Okay,
Yo.
good. So we're there. What did y'all think of that intro? Wasn't that cool? I thought it was extra crispy, kind of like.
Oh, yep.
Shall we?
The iconic. All right, nobody move a muscle.
Nobody move. We're gonna do an ASMR. Thank you guys for the compliments on my lipstick. I appreciate y'all. ASMR, if you're a member on my channel, you have a bubble emote. We rate it 1 through 10. If you're not into ASMR, feel free to just turn the volume down. I'll wave when I'm done, and I'll get to enjoy this. And I hope you have your favorite flavor of Dr. Pepper as well.
That was good.
She was pretty crispy.
Yeah. You heard the bubbles. Oh, we're still hearing the bubbles. That's awesome. Hello. Now, I guess drop a 1 in the chat. Do you know what NWEA is? If you do, drop a 1. Replay crew, also. We're going to let you know what it is, but just want to make sure everyone knows what's going on, because we can give a TLDR, too long didn't read. The fluffery is very easy to say. Okay, we're seeing lots of ones. Good. I love it. Everyone did their homework. Incredible. We're so
I don't
happy.
know if I've even talked about it on my channel. I'm not really sure.
Oh. You haven't talked about NWEA?
I don't know. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and look at my content. I do, however, have a Melaleuca video coming out. It'll be up for members tomorrow. Melaleuca training video. My
one of my members, Amy, our science lady, she made me a Melaleuca is an MLM in our opinion. She cross-stitched it.
I love it. I saw it. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm just like, this is art, and so I can zoom in and show Melaleuca every time, because like, it's just art, dude, or dudes, whoever they are.
I happen to have several Melaleuca training videos, so if you need something to cover, you just let me know. Happy to share. And by the way, keep them coming.
We have a solid 13 out of 10 for the bubbles.
13 out of 10.
I love it. I love all the details.
All right, well, let's get into today's video. This is the April 22nd team huddle from Sarah and Tony Zalecki and a new company called NWEA, where we get to watch an MLM literally build itself in real time. No products, no details, just Pinterest quotes, slogans, and a lot of emotionally charged hype.
Yay. We love it, except we don't. All right, here we go. We're going to add this to the... Oh boy, buckle up.
Do us a favor, drop in the chat. Let us know where you are watching from. We are all...
How's the audio?
Sounds good on my end.
Chat, do we need to turn it up? Or... I think it's probably pretty good. StreamYard is way easier than my technical difficulty.
Please, okay. Deb, please and thank you. Please and thank you from your comment. Yes.
Okay. Audio's good? Great.
I love emojis. Anybody else like a recovering emoji person? I am big time. I can't do a text. I can't do a post without a few emojis. I leave an emoji out and I'm like, ooh, something's missing. So we love to have fun with this team. So
really quickly, and just in case Sarah and Tony throw a fit about the little cuts, we've taken the pauses out. We've taken the filler words out. The audio shouldn't click. So my overstimulation friends, we shouldn't be, hopefully won't be triggered, but we just had to save ourselves from this. So just letting you know, Sarah and Tony, we didn't take you out of context.
Also, Sarah and Tony, throw a fit, please. Thank you. Please, I dare you.
Don't throw a fit. Erin's like, let's go.
Listen, it is Taurus season. Do not play with me as a Taurus during Taurus season. Shout out to all my fellow Taurians. Do not play with us.
How many Tauruses do we have in the chat? I'm a Libra, so I'm not as fun as some of the others.
No, you are fun. My husband Jerry he's a Libra as well. We talked about that the other day. Yeah. I was like, oh, this makes so much sense.
That's awesome. Taurus.
Yep.
Taurus. Let's go.
I know they're in here. I feel it. I'm a rising Leo, so I get it. Taurus rising. Yep.
I love it.
We're just really, really excited to have you guys come on tonight. You want to say anything? We got about 2 more minutes.
I'll just say it's great to see your faces. A lot of you I am familiar with. There's some that I'm not familiar with. And I just love all of us showing up here tonight and just really getting the information. Like, we've worked really hard at putting this together for all of us. And, it's just an exciting time. We've been doing this 30 years and, I've just never been more excited. I've never been more focused. I've never been more driven. Like, what we have here is really going to change the profession in a positive way. And that's what it's all about. Disrupting the profession in a positive way, creating new lanes, creating new paths to run on, and just having the people.
What's the point of creating a new lane if you don't have a product or a vehicle to ride on said lane? It's bold. It's a bold statement.
Mm-hmm. And what's the point in creating a new lane when it's going to lead to the same place?
Yeah. What's the point of creating a new lane 4 times and expecting the experience to be different? You know who you are. Not. Oh my God. Sorry. Just coming out. We're 1 minute in, but I'm going to be on my best behavior.
I'm not.
People around us to do it together. One of the things that you're going to know about Sarah and I, it's all about all of us, right? And it's about us lifting one another up, because as we all rise, we get stronger together, and you're going to see that through the whole Zoom. So just thanks for being on, and thanks for being here. And I can't wait to get started tonight.
Yes. Yes to all that. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Well, guys, let's go ahead. We're going to start this recording. We'll kind of let you guys know where you guys can find the recordings for the huddle too. We'll kind of update you on all of it, but we'll go ahead and
this meeting is being recorded.
And here we go. Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, hello, everybody. This is our first huddle. I kind of want to cry. I'm excited. I'm kind of all the above. I don't know about you guys, but if you're excited, drop some cool, fun emojis in the chat. We are absolutely thrilled to have you here. We're so honored, guys, that you said yes. I know some of you guys said yes. Probably most of you guys said yes. And you're like, what are we doing? And we're like, we're still figuring it all out. But and some of you guys just, I've had so many conversations the last, 9 days. That's all it's been with so many people that are like, I don't really know what's happening, but I'm feeling this tugging. I don't know if you guys any felt the tugging. You felt like, you know what I mean? Something was just like pulling you into where, into everything that we are creating.
High control group tactics. I don't know. Like what is that the tugging that we're supposed to feel? Is it the destructive influence? Is it like, the excitement we're supposed to feel because that's what sells best? I don't know.
I think that's called appeal to emotion. I feel like this whole, we're so honored you said yes, love bombing. Of course they're going to start it out with that, because what else do they have? That's going to be kind of my theme throughout this is, if they don't have the products, if they don't have the comp plan, the website, the back office, all of that stuff, the branding, if they don't have that, all they have are the emotions.
That's true.
That's all they have here. So if you remove that, think about what they're actually talking about. Nothing.
I was going to say pyramid scheme, but
I mean,
nothing.
The shoe fits.
Yeah. Allegedly, all that good stuff. Oh
yeah,
my God.
Eating together, right? And guys, we feel the same way. I'll tell you, 9 days ago.
Can we do a kazoo birthday real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, if you don't know, the reason we play kazoos on my channel is because there's a multi-level marketer, Kevin Tinter, who hates them, and it's a whole thing. But we do have a kazoo birthday, so happy birthday! And I'm sorry to all y'all who hate kazoos,
including Kevin.
Yay,
happy birthday. Any other birthdays? Let us know in the comments.
Got a birthday.
Kazoos for Kevin. Kevin, I hope you're having the day you deserve.
Me too.
And I hope you had to drop your weights at the gym because they were too heavy for you. Okay.
And I hope you step on a Lego, but that's neither here nor there.
I hope you can never find your keys.
Oh my God. All right.
Or the remote.
Oh, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. That's really kind. Amanda, I thank you so much. Welcome to Illyria, everybody.
I feel like we should I feel like we should recognize all of the new members because there's several.
Oh, that's awesome. So we have your tank top friend gifted an Erin Bies membership. 2 memberships. Alexis gifted another membership, and Marie had a member milestone for 3 months. And 1 year.
1 year.
Let's go.
Okay, so I have to play it. We have to play it. We have to do the shoulder smolder.
Oh, hell yeah.
We have to.
I'm ready for it.
So this is for all of you guys. Thank you so much. And I also saw that we had some super chats as well. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate y'all so much. You guys are amazing.
Erin has rhythm, so she does the shoulder smolder, and I have windshield wipers, and that's the best I can do. So, I just gotta know what I'm good at, and I'm good with.
We gotta know our limitations. There's nothing wrong with that.
Another gifted membership to Erin.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That's super kind. Okay, here we go. Oh.
And you have your gifted membership.
Oh,
you have yours too, right?
Yes, from Amanda.
Thank you. Membership milestones.
Oh, I cannot see those. Let me go to my back end.
Okay.
Thank
you guys. We appreciate you so much.
We may end up doing these in sections just so we can do that. All right. Thank y'all. I don't see on the back end, but thank you so much. Here's a blanket of thank you to everybody. Okay.
We were not thinking about starting a company. I mean, 9 days ago, we had a business and here we are, we're starting another new business, right? But, if you guys have followed us at all, obviously on social media, we're ready. Okay. We're ready. And, we know how to develop leaders. We know how to let them fly. We know how to help them shine. Just know, guys, that this team is really all about you. It is not about Tony and Sarah. Some of you.
God.
Just a quick little question, Sarah and Tony. Do you really know how to help people though? Because what happens if people get stuck and they're not seeing the progress? They're following all the systems, doing all the things, as they say. And what happens then? Do you actually help people or no? Because allegedly, you don't really know how to help people in that circumstance. So it's weird that you're getting here, on the internet, on Beyonce's internet in 2025 and saying that you know how to help people shine when allegedly people were being offered bridges to maintain ranks and to stick around in Modair instead of leaving for other companies. That's weird. Is that part of your how to keep people sticking around or how to help people shine? Is that part of the, is that in the toolbox, if you will? I don't know. I just have so many questions.
Erin, we probably haven't done enough personal development to really understand the smarts, the intelligence, the strategery of, getting people to come to a company that has no products. But hello.
Clearly, maybe we're just miserable humans.
Yeah. Especially towards the end of the month, I'm super miserable not having to make rank or get in volume or harass people. That's, devastating to me.
Let's not forget the pressure to go live and all of that stuff. We're live here today because we want to be. We want to be here with you guys. So,
it's fun.
It is fun.
You guys have
lick the stream. It tastes like productless multi-level marketing companies or something delicious like Erin's drinking.
It's a little bit of success. We're here to help you, break through that plateau and get to the next level. Some of you guys have maybe built big businesses before, but you have felt isolated or alone. We're here to kind of come up underneath you and kind of lift you up and just be that great peer group that you need, right? And then some of you guys are like, I've never been able to figure it out or make it happen. Well, guess what? That is going to change with this team, okay? That is going to change. Our number one goal that we focus on is to set people up to win. because we know that if you have success stories in your team, guys, you've got the buzz. And so we know that every single one of you guys, we've got a great story to help you create. Some of you, you've got a comeback story. Some of you guys are like, I just want a story, right? And some of you guys that are maybe ready to take it to the next level and step into the next best version of you, right? So if you're ready for a new story, guys, drop me in the chat, story. Okay. If you're ready for a new story, I just want you to know, like, you're on the right team, because we know how to do that. We create stories, and every month, I remember, since Tony and I have worked together, we're like, whose story are we helping create? Whose story are we, do we get to help elevate and help them shine? That's really our heart. Like, it doesn't get any more real than that. That's really so.
It just solidifies her understanding of the word real, which obviously I have the wrong understanding of it, because I thought real was something tangible that you could see, but who am I?
Here we are.
Here we are, productless and pessimistic. So
I totally forgot what I was going to say, but it'll come back.
Okay.
I do love how they're talking about this comeback story. And obviously when I say I love, that's me being sarcastic, because I do feel like this is a cult tactic. I feel like she's trying to frame this as your comeback story because she wants your identity to become Nueva, and for you to lose your own sense of personal identity and independence, because that's what we see in cult tactics and high control groups and things of that nature, in my opinion. And I do believe multi-level marketing companies are high control groups. I believe that they are commercial cults, and I do believe that some of them are operating as pyramid schemes. So I think that that's why she's emphasizing that. I also want to add the fact that her cousin, Eric Worre, talks about stories sell, facts tell. Did y'all know that Sarah is Eric Worre's cousin? In case you didn't know, now you do. Yeah, I know you didn't know that the other day, huh? When
I had no idea. And when you said that in the chat, my mind exploded. Yeah. I honestly, now I want to know, like, who's related to who.
I'm sure we can find that out.
Yeah. Yep. Listen, did y'all know that in the chat and you weren't telling me? Because I'm offended.
I feel like you should be offended that me as your friend didn't tell you that.
Well,
a long time ago.
Oh my God.
So yeah, emphasizing the story part of it, because again, outside of emotional manipulation, in my opinion, they don't have anything. Although I am hearing that they're going to have some kind of products tomorrow. So I can't wait to see what kind of white labeled garbage they have. I can't wait to dive into the science. It's one of my favorite things. And I don't know, what do you think about that, DC?
I am very, like, frustrated. I'm autistic. I'm like, have very intense feelings, but about people lying to me or lying to other people. And so when I heard on the very first Zoom call that we snuck into that they were like, we're going to be shipping products in 7 days, I was like, okay, fraudacious, but I'll see. I'll wait. And then we hear John Melton say something about, like, we don't want to not be able to meet your expectations. So we're thinking like 45 days or 90 days. And I was like, then why did you say it on the very first call and wanting people to sign at the very first call that they were going to feel good about being able to make money 7 days in, and now they can't? So obviously he wasn't even lying to me. He was lying to other people. And I'm still pissed because they're doing that to trick people. Trick people so that they can make money.
Yeah. Other people believed him, and they're hanging on, and the deadline or the goal date or whatever keeps getting pushed back, and that's deceptive. So yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, and those people, like, the reason that they get to live their luxurious whatever lifestyles is that they are stepping on their downline, and they are getting to pad their bank accounts with the sacrifices of the mid to lower tiers. And I think that's fluffery, but insert the real F word here. So yeah,
I also find it fascinating that Tony and Sarah are trying to make it seem like they're these humble servants for other people. And they're, it's not about us, but they're making this entire thing about them. And I think we'll see that throughout this video. But yeah, that false sense of humility, I think, is really, really interesting to me.
Yeah. And I think you have to do that. You're trying to lure people in, and actually like real humbleness, which I don't know if we see too often, is very like you end up trusting someone more with that. And I think when you see when someone is actually real, but I don't get that feeling from them. So
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like it's emotional control. I feel like it's destructive influence, and I'm not here for it. Humility was never in the room. You're not.
Agreed.
Oh, we have a little bit of a slide deck, so don't fall asleep on me, but I want to.
Erin casually drops big T about the MLM world, like I casually tell DC a crazy life story, and her response the same. Why didn't you tell me? There's so much, something has to trigger memories.
That's so true. I forget some of this stuff, and then as it comes up, I'm like, oh wait,
Yeah.
I remember that, or I was there for that, or whatever. And this is one of those things.
Yeah, it was wild. I mean, and it's fun too, because when you start like, oh yeah, that actually happened. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad.
This, okay, because I do feel it's important, and sometimes we want to set a little bit of structure for you guys, right? So the structure piece is important because we know that if people have structure, they feel
What
that
did they
there's
do
stability,
here?
right? People go, okay.
They just put on a translation, so let me see if it goes away. So we're at 441. I'm just gonna, yeah, it goes away.
Okay.
Yeah. They decided 4 minutes in that, oh yeah, we forgot to turn this on, and that's par for the course. That's
Yikes.
par for the course with them.
Structure, they feel that there's stability, right? People go, okay, they're not just winging it. Like, these guys know how to build. Okay. So let me go ahead. I want to share my screen, and we are going to go right into it. Okay. So do me a favor, guys. Drop me a 1 in the chat if you guys can actually see this. If you can see it, let me know. That'd be awesome.
Pull up the chat so we know.
Oh my God. Okay. I know this is not a PowerPoint roast, but I'm going to contain myself, but I'll let her speak, but then I'm going to rage just for a second. Like,
Can I
10
just
seconds.
Can I just say something just really quickly about this as a non-expert in the graphic design area? However, my graphic design instructor above here, who has been helping me learn about thumbnails and just all kinds of things, there's a couple things that really stand out to me about this, and feel free to let me know, graphic design instructor, aka DC, if I'm on par. One, why is the logo so far down? And two, the blue is too light on a light background.
Yeah.
That's what I have so far. Just those couple things.
This doesn't necessarily, for me, count as a logo. You can do text as a logo. NWEA did. It's awful. There are some companies that, like Coca-Cola, like that's an actual logo with their name. There's design and there's text. Going into Canva and just typing something in and throwing a flame and then using 1998 gradient isn't a logo. It's sloppy and it looks like so dated from day one. The spacing is awful. The color, like Erin's saying, this is not going to translate. When you do a logo, you want to look at it like, what does it look like in color? What does it look like in black and white? What does it look like in white? Because you want to be able to put your logo on it. It's going to appear probably on something that's dark, something where you can't do color. You're going to do a black and white print, or you're a full color. This is not it. I don't know what they're doing. And she's so proud of it. And this is something she could change. So I'm going to say it's awful. It's awful.
It's bad. Also, the Fire O reminds me of a quick little story. After Jesse Lee was terminated from Modere, there was a Modere training call or whatever. I don't think it was a Zoom. I think it was a call. And I think it was Justin Prince or somebody from the C-suite was talking about Moses and the burning bush on that call. Yeah. And I don't know why that just reminded me of it, but I was like, oh, it's like a Moses and the burning bush situation
mean,
here.
I would not be surprised if there's some type of meaning for this. I just don't. I think it's sloppy. I think it's dated. You're claiming to do something like so new in the field, and you're gonna have the best technology, and then it's like it falls flat when you do this, and you're asking people to give you their hard-earned money, and this is what you give them. It offends my soul. I'm so ticked off with it. Oh my God.
Hate, loathe entirely.
They can see it. Yeah, there you go.
Can you guys see it? Let me see it. Let me see some ones.
Okay, we can see it.
okay.
We're good to go.
How many
Okay,
times do I
so
put
the name of our
ones?
team, guys, is One Team Global. Okay, I actually just had this logo made up today.
Somebody made this, honestly, graphic designers against MLM. If you're doing this on purpose and making it look awful, good for you. Good for you. I mean,
she paid for that?
Yeah. She paid for this. I don't even know what to say. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let me see who got it. Brentney K got it. I'm going to go and put my Discord in my chat if you want to go ahead and join. That'll let you, members can go in and get sucked into the private, whatever, the invisible chats. Everyone is offended. What?
Yep. Did you see this too, DC?
Oh my God. Yes, I saw that one. Did it happen again?
Okay.
It happened. No. Wait.
I may be late to the party, but
you're good.
Yeah.
It's coming in late on some stuff. So
okay. Thank you, Lizzie, for this. I appreciate you. Lizzie says, had to share some great news. Finally got an appointment with the pain specialist for son. Been waiting months. That's amazing. That might have been old.
That's okay.
I might have missed that, but Lizzie, that's amazing. I'm going to congratulate you again because after I read that, I was like, wait a second. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Y'all are amazing.
Yes, absolutely. Way more amazing than this logo.
Way.
You guys love it or what? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm super stoked about it. This is, again, we feel that we're really one heartbeat. That's really how our team works. Tony and I are just adamant about just learning how to just empower people.
If you look on the influence continuum, there's destructive influence and there's healthy influence, and there's being able to maintain your authentic self, and then making someone be a part of the group and losing their authentic self. So when Miss Ma'am says, it's whatever, it's not about us, while making it entirely about them, and the unity language, one heartbeat equals cult branding 101, in my opinion.
I agree completely.
Yeah. Who did she pay? Marina Simone? Oh my God.
Charlene, I was not ready.
We weren't. I mean, I definitely wasn't ready because, dear God. Oh, if y'all don't know, Frequence, it's a whole thing. Yeah, it's wild. Okay.
Let them find their zone of genius, find their strengths, pull the best out of them, and just let them go. I mean, that's really, really our heart. And we know that, we're going to do that on a global scale with all of you guys. And again, we're just super, super happy that you guys said yes and you're here. So let's talk a little bit about our story, right? Not to bore you too much, but Tony's like, some of these guys don't even really know us, right? So do you want to kind of share a little bit?
I'd love to. So I met Sarah back in 2005. We met at a network marketing event, and that was July of 2005. And we were married 4 months later at the end of October. So I did what any great networker would do, is I recruited up and I married my upline. And she's been just phenomenal. We have 2 kids.
What?
That's awkward, dude.
You married your upline. That is so gross. Only in a cult would that be like, oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm like, where's he trying to be funny? Because I don't think any of his attempts at anything landed well. It mostly landed of like, I never want to be in a room with you ever.
I don't enjoy it. I feel like their entire story centers them as relatable saviors. I feel like this is very intentional. And I'd venture to also say that they're far from it, allegedly, and in my opinion. And I'm sure their DMs to people would show that. Right, Tony? Right, Sarah? Right? It would show how you really talk to people behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And major red flag, I feel like they're using an appeal to authority fallacy as well here, and trying to make it seem like, well, if they can do it and they came from these things, then you guys can do it. That's never the case in multi-level marketing, because according to the FTC and companies that actually have an income disclosure statement, they show that the majority of people lose money or don't make any at all. Only the people at the top, which is why only the people at the top make money, which is why they are emphasizing people getting in now. That's why we're seeing the waiting list, the VIP list, all of those kind of, that's another fallacy. I can't think of what that's called.
Bandwagon fallacy.
Thank you. That's why they use that stuff. So they're using emotional manipulation. They're using, hype and all these other fallacies to try and build their list so that when the website comes up, they can say, okay, go. And then they have all of these promotions in pre-launch. And there's no product. What'd you say?
Shout out to the other Tony of Firmaglow.
Oh my God.
The pre-launch.
Tony or Elamir or Make Wellness.
Yeah. Boy. RIP for Elamir.
Yeah.
I hope you do not rest in peace.
I hope those pictures of the fruit roll-ups aged well for you, like milk.
Yeah.
On a hot summer day in Las Vegas.
Oh my God. I know, and one of y'all said they're going to hit the ground running, which is interesting. They're going to hit the ground running when there's no finish line because they have no product. Like, it's just people are going to get exhausted and they're going to get dehydrated. And I think it's a chicken nugget move for all of them to say, let's build our downline. We have no product, but let's get the structure in place. And like when you do not have a product yet and you're just focusing on recruiting, that is in the same neighborhood of a alleged pyramid scheme. And I find it frustrating that they're so greedy. Whatever. The whole group is so greedy that they're like, yes, let's start signing people up now. No, you're panicking, in my opinion.
And it's desperate.
Yeah, absolutely desperate.
Mm-hmm.
Those Hudson's 12, Ava's now 10.
Actually, now 10.
Yeah, we've been in network marketing for 30 years. So this will be our fourth company. Our first 3 went out of business. That's a whole nother story.
Wait, I know this is a hold apart fallacy, but if you're saying that you have joined 3 companies that have gone out of business, then how does that comfort me that I'm supposed to trust you about joining a business when you've been so good at picking them the past 3 times? I just wonder. Look at you with the sound bites. Look at you with the sound bites. Let's go. Oh, I mean, we can only hope. We can only hope, Charlene.
Please and thank you. Also, usually, the third time is a charm, typically, but these guys didn't learn the first 3 times. While they told the internet, I'm sure of it, that, we own our own business, but their company shut down 3 times. So they think the 4th time is going to be any different. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, when things are going well for them, they are business owners. And then when they are not going well, it's like, oh my God, the CEO screwed us over. Oh my God, all the C-suite had it out for us and they didn't have the right mindset and they blah, blah, blah. It's like, are you a business owner or are you an employee? Because you can't just change definitions mid conversation. I think it's either exigency or equivocation. I don't remember which one because my brain's not braining right now, but it's when it's a logical fallacy where you start changing definitions. Again, mid conversation or in the whole part of the conversation, and it's fluffery.
It is. I agree.
Okay.
Thank you. We made it together. DC really put the icing on the cake, let me just say, but it was fun. Sometimes we'll make thumbnails together and it's a lot of fun. We laugh and giggle on StreamYard and
no, it's a blast. And we were going to go in one direction and then it was like, oh my God, wouldn't somebody, because Erin was like, yes, holding hands, that would be more effective because we were going to put 9
a handshake. And
so we were looking at handshakes and then it was like, oh, it'd be perfect. A devil hand and a handshake. And it's like, we just went with it, and here we are.
It got real aggressive real fast, but hey, it's Taurus season. That's what we're doing.
Yes, love it.
Time we do in our last 10 12 years with the company we were just with, we did over 2.3 billion in sales. Our team did. We averaged 180,000 new customers a year.
Were they the master distributors where they were at the top and they get to claim 2.3 billion in sales?
I believe so. Also,
Oh.
I would love to know how many of those 180,000 new customers a year were their direct first level customers.
Yeah, that would be nice to know. That really would. Oh, we got a first time live viewer.
God. Nikki, your hair is so
incredible.
good. Oh God, I love it.
We love a moment. We love a hair moment. That's for sure.
I've done that hair color. Did you guys know that?
Which hair color are you doing next?
Okay, a little update.
Okay.
I am talking with Cara Color. We are in talks. I'm very excited about it. They're going to send me some product. They're going to send me the mint and the lavender and maybe some other things. Just happened before we got on the live stream. So I'm very excited. And apparently they have a YouTube channel. I haven't found it yet. But like we're in talks and I'm real excited. So if you commented, shared my reel, mentioned it in your stories, whatever, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. This is a company that I have wanted to work with since probably 2022. So just know that I appreciate you guys and I'll update you. And I can't wait to make some reels with the product that they send me. It's going to be fun.
Let's go. I love that.
So yeah, very excited. Thank you guys.
Here. And then, what was great is, the residual and the leverage you get from this business. And towards the end of that last run, I mean, we had over 6 million in monthly subscriptions of people ordering the product every single month, which is really cool. But all those numbers are great. And we're all about our team. We're all about helping you win. And we're all about creating those stories like Sarah talked about and putting you in a position so that you can fly and you can get the best results ever. And we love helping people every single day. That's our passion today. That's what, we get excited about. That's what we do every single day. So we're all about the team. We're all about people. And that's, something that's on our heart every single day.
All right, so this is our story, guys. Those pictures are kind of big and blurry, but it's probably because it's old because they're blurry. But this is us, guys. We are basically two Midwest kids. I grew up in Minnesota. Tony grew up in Milwaukee. Guys, when I got started and was introduced to this profession, I was a nanny. I was a glorified babysitter. Didn't have a lot of...
Listen, do not even shade nannies. When they do this, when they shade anybody who's like in the workforce, I can't stand it. Every single job is valuable. And if you can work, that's incredible. And if you can't, our chronic pain club, or whatever, like it's great, but don't go and say, hey, this job sucks because I want you to join my team. Nannies don't suck and babysitters don't suck. Like, come on, dude.
You know what's wild to me? They will shame any other kind of job other than being a contractor in a multi-level marketing company. But then for people like us that are part of the anti-MLM movement, that are giving information with facts, data, backing it up, those types of things, they call that shaming them or talking crap or however they want to word it. Oh, you're so negative. And it's like, but you just were downgrading being a nanny. But it's not okay for us to bring facts and statistics and actual data into this conversation. You're going to say it's shame, but you do the same thing.
Yeah. And asking questions, like good ideas, good leaders, good whatever, good businesses can stand up to scrutiny. So questions are not offensive. Questions are neutral. Then in an MLM, they go, well, this question's good and this question's bad. Like, come on.
Yep. Weird.
Yeah, so strange. What in the Rachel Hollis? The Rachel Hollis drama over that is wild. Oh my God. This is definitely giving Rachel Hollis for sure.
Why does anybody need to know all of this about them?
Because they don't have a product,
Right. It's the emotional manipulation. Why do we need to see pictures of when you're a nanny? Why do we need to see pictures of Tony when he was working on his mom's taco truck? Why is all of this here? Because just like DC said, they had to fill it with something. They can't fill it with the comp plan. They can't fill it with the product. I cannot wait to see what science they have when these products come about. And I cannot wait to debunk it and to talk about it and to talk about the more than likely what will be a proprietary blend. I cannot wait to do it. They have to fill this with something. So they're going to do something that causes some sort of an emotional reaction from their audience so that they feel invested and they feel like they're part of the story. And it is manipulative.
Yep. You know, there's a appeal to martyrdom. There's an appeal to pity. There's a just appeal to emotion. Like, it's just, we have humble beginnings just like you. Yep.
If I can do it, so can you.
Yep. Yep. And it's like, oh, what are the products? You don't need to know. Well, what's the comp plan? Just know that we're going to make a good one. It's copy and paste Modere, and they're going to change one thing and say it's unique. It's very much like high school-esque plagiarism where you change one word or two words but it's someone else's work. Tacos are universal. Hell yeah.
Facts.
Yep.
Big facts.
Oops.
The skills that I brought to the table, but what I brought was hard. I had a huge.
Sorry, I'm having user error. Wow.
You're good, friend.
Close. You were so close, VJ. Okay, hold on. 0.
You're doing great.
What is happening? 746. I'm gonna refresh.
Do us a favor, drop it.
It's okay.
746.
We're doing great. Also, yeah, why didn't he just keep working at the taco truck? Because, I mean, you know, that would make sense. Oh my God, an AI comp plan. No, allegedly what they're doing is just taking Modere's comp plan, and that's what they're going to be using. So, yeah. This is textbook Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Share it in a story. Yep, absolutely agree. Let's do a poll, shall we?
Yes, that sounds
While
great.
DC is doing her thing, let's see. Let's do a poll. What do you think the products will be? What do you think? I'm going to do this on my channel, and then DC can do a poll on her channel next. What do you think the products will be? I will say this is kind of a loaded question because I think it's going to be multiple things, but there's talk about it being peptides. There's talk about it being weight loss products. What else have you heard, DC?
Magical unicorn shit. Oh, I don't know. Sorry.
No, I'm going to put that on here. Magical unicorn something or other.
Yes.
That actually fits.
Literally, I was listening to Margie Aliprandi on one of the Zoom calls, and she was talking about, I can't tell you stuff, but I'm gonna tell you stuff. And she was like, it's gonna do this and anti-inflammation, and just going through all the structure functions that they're literally not allowed to say with supplements. The FTC says you can't do that. The FDA says you can't do that. And they do it so that the desperate people who are looking for answers, people who are in chronic pain, people who haven't got solutions, people who maybe don't have insurance, who are, suffering, and they're saying, hey, you know what? This is magic. This is a magic answer. And that's not how health answers work, in my opinion, in my experience. And it's rough, like looking for an answer and not getting it for years and years, or, waiting for help, or it's just, they're preying on people and using suffering to personally profit. And it's awful. So.
Also, there's no such thing as an all-natural GLP-1 medication. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And if you see somebody on social media trying to sell you an all-natural GLP-1, I think that's actually how they refer to it. An all-natural GLP-1, your body naturally has GLP-1 in the body. Anyways, the way that you prevent muscle loss is by taking an adequate protein and resistance training. You don't need an MLM product for that. Thank you. Okay.
And that they're not allowed to do that too. Like, they're not allowed to say a supplement can replace like a prescription. Not that all GLP-1s have to be prescribed, but a lot of them do. A lot of GLP-1s do, from what I understand. And that's literally, I know I'm a rule person, but they're going against the FTC to personally profit. Like deceptive. Mo, do your fiber supplement?
Oh my God.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Peptides to get vengeance against Justin Prince for that's what it felt like.
Agreed.
Literally the snide comment that Margie said of, well, this one's actually a natural whatever peptide. The way she said it, I was like, okay, the kids are fighting, we get it, everyone hates each other.
I love to see it. Let's go. Round 2. Ding, ding, ding.
People, I was extremely driven to just help create stories. Like that is my passion, is just the people part of it. And I love, bringing people into this business that maybe, feel like they don't have a lot of self-worth. They don't have a lot of skills. They feel like they don't have.
Dude, I got roped into Young Living. I know there's a lot of people out there. I got roped into Mary Kay because not because I'm a military spouse. And when you move around a lot and they say like, oh, you can do this from anywhere and you can get new groups and you can maintain your customers. And like, I did get a lot of customers. I did sell a bunch because there wasn't any other Mary Kay rep where I lived. And same thing with Young Living. I was having a bunch of health stuff and they're like, oh, you have the evil ingredients. That's why you're sick. And don't you want essential oils? And don't you want our supplements? And it's like, now that I'm out, oh, it's my 3-year anniversary of getting out of Young Living tomorrow. Tomorrow's
my God.
Yeah. Let's go.
I got out streaming today together. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I'm glad to be out. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad you're out too, friend. I saw 2 Mary Kay vehicles today out in the wild. I put one in my story and then I went to the next intersection at the light. I was stopped. I was not driving. And then another one came across and I was like, what the hell is going on? Do I need to cover Mary Kay? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Send me a Mary Kay video or point me in that direction. I definitely will cover them.
Yeah,
but
I think you absolutely should. But I'm sorry.
Natural talent.
This is a 30-second squirrel, like a side trail. If you see a Mary Kay rep in the wild when they're not in their Mary Kay uniform, and maybe you run into them in the store, listen to how they talk on their phone. It's way different. Yes.
What do you mean Mary Kay uniform?
Oh, they have their like their director suit. You know, the one that lady lost her director jacket.
I don't know that story.
Oh, Julie Anderson and Sam D covered it. This lady, this Mary Kay rep left her jacket in a hotel and then proceeded to be a bitch to the hotel, even though she was the one that lost it. Anyways, but they are like in their skirts, their pantyhose, their closed-toed shoes, their
pantyhose.
Yeah, they have to. Like that's part of in the Mary Kay deal. Maybe it's a little bit different now, but they have to wear like pantyhose. Their shoes have to be closed-toed unless they're at convention. Then they can have the open-toed shoes. The knee length, you have to have a certain length of skirt. And we just got to be allowed to wear pants instead. But all of the directors wear skirts and the national sales directors have their own uniform too. Erin's like, this is not.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
But when they're in their gym clothes or they're not, they don't think like people are, watching them. Completely different kind of people. It's wild. It's wild. It's wild.
I need to cover them. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to send them my way. I would love to cover it with a full beat.
Yes. Let's go.
And just pull the best out of them and just let them, let them shine. Like that is my heart. And I'm just so empowered by that. And so, the reason that we share these stories is to show you guys that, guys, we're just like you. Yep. You know what I mean? We've just been doing it a little bit longer. We've got a track record now. We know what we're doing. But like we don't, the one thing about 29 is we never, ever forget where we came from. We both come from very humble beginnings. We know that we live by the golden rule. We know that if people, if someone's a jerk and all of a sudden they have success, they're just a bigger jerk with money. You know what I mean? It's no different. And so just
People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sarah,
Ma'am, sir.
I have had countless people share with me how you treat people, and you're going to get on here with your entire chest and say sometimes people are just jerks. I feel like you should look in the mirror, in my opinion, Sarah, who messaged me after I did my first video on her and was like, I was always good to you, Erin. Sarah, you don't know me. We've had one conversation at Eric Worre's house, sitting out by his $1 million pool that his accountant taught him to write off or helped him write off. We had one conversation and I was in your downline somewhere. What do you mean?
Yeah.
How were you good to me? That's weird. You're in a cult. Call your dad or something. I don't know what to tell you. It's freaking weird. And then she was like, are you going to cover other people? Sure. Check out the playlists. I've covered Justin plenty and plan to continue, along with many other people. Check the playlists out, Sarah. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. You have, how many videos do you have in there? Like over 400 on your Anti-MLM playlist? Like
probably.
You have a lot. You have a lot. Yes, man. Hold on. I'm going to, my dog's crying, so I'm going to press play and I'm going to, oh, hi. Are you trapped? He's right here. Hi, buddy. You want me to go up? What do you need? I don't have any food, buddy. Sorry.
Oh, we love floof breaks. Oh, I'm sure, David. I'm sure.
Okay.
Just know here inside of this team, we honor people, we respect people, we can agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, it really is about one team. That's really our heart.
Yeah. And listen, I was on my mom's talk.
One team. And don't you think you don't need to do any independent thought? You just need to be happy. And like the board collective, honestly, it's just.
Yeah. It's the emotional hooks over actual product talk for me.
Yeah. It's really strange because when I think about it, I think about like a road being the product, and the less science, the more potholes there are. And they have to fill in the potholes with emotions and stories. And like this road is just all potholes at this point because there's no product. And it takes away from, I mean, it takes away from anything they say. I don't know.
That's a very good visual though.
Come here.
That's a very, very good visual. Are we going to see the floof?
Come here. Come.
Yeah, I agree with this, Melissa.
Come. Oh boy.
Okay, so while DC is getting the floof, let's talk about this poll. So we have a 39% tie between peptides and magical unicorn something or other. Look at the floof. Oh,
hey, what do you see?
So cute. He just wanted some loves.
He's gonna be 13 this year. 12, 13.
13.
He's an old boy.
Oh,
yeah. Capperburger, what are you doing?
He's so cute.
What are you doing?
So we need more votes on the poll so that we can end the poll and move on. But yeah, it's a tie between peptides and magical unicorn something or other.
All done.
So go and vote. It's on my channel.
Yes, and I linked Erin. I'll keep linking Erin so when there are polls, you can easily go over and vote.
I don't know how to do that. I'm not the techie person. I learned the techie stuff from DC. But you should go subscribe to her channel because she's amazing.
Over. I'm gonna text my mom. Sorry, my dog's
That's okay.
Truck when I found network marketing. That's what I look like. So, you know, I had no business being in business, but I was excited because I heard a story. I was sitting in a presentation and there was someone that was 19 years old that basically was the last testimonial of the presentation that day. And he said, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm really excited. I made a couple $1,000s last month. I just got started in this business. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. And that's what got me in the business. It wasn't anything else but that story. So that's why we're so strong on stories and speaking in stories and telling your story and just really being, you know, proud of your story, no matter what that story looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so monotone.
So, all right, guys. So we want to talk about a couple of things. So feel free to like take screenshots, write notes, whatever you feel like you want to do. Obviously, this is recorded and will be transcribed as well for you, which I don't even know if the recorder can keep up with us. We're fast talkers.
Yeah.
But there's really 4 different success tools that we want you to focus on. Okay. We want it. I'm really about keeping it simple. Again, I kind of look at myself as the girl next door. I am like 1 + 1 is 2. I am not someone that likes to layer stuff. So
Sorry, do we need to pause it?
Oh, you're good. You're
Okay.
good. I was just laughing at this team huddle every Tuesday and the ritual aspect of that. I feel like I guess kind of an appeal to urgency. I'm not really sure if that fits, but I would imagine that they're going to say very similar things on all of these because of their lack of product, because of their lack of a comp plan.
Yeah.
Over and over again. And I feel like they want as many people on there as possible to make it look like there's real excitement, which, by the way, can we talk about fake excitement? Please tell me if that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Please tell me why in their Facebook group that they're using, why are they using a group that was created 4 years ago with 56,660 members, but only 851 people, were added last week? Now, why do you think they would be using an old group like that? Well, one, in my opinion, I think they're doing that because they want to make it seem like everybody wants in on this company, but their own group analytics show that that's not the case.
Yeah. That's pretty twisty. And they're trying to pitch to all those 50 whatever thousand. But my thing is like, what are they doing with the old content that's in there? Did they just have to delete everything and then starting over with Nueva? Because wasn't that an old like Modere group or something?
I think they still have the Modere like recognition posts and stuff from the beginning of this year still in there.
Great.
So professional.
Yeah.
Love that. Oh, but guys, guess what? They're taking it so serious that Brian McMullen paid $110,000 to secure a web address. I'm probably wording that not right, but you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
$110,000. That's how serious they're taking it, guys.
Do web addresses normally cost that much?
I don't.
I
wouldn't think so.
Unless someone was holding it hostage, because there are these people that will buy up domains, and then when someone wants it, they will pay this person a certain amount. So I don't $100,000. I don't like. Where's Avery?
I know, Avery Joe. Where you at?
Like a domain? Yeah.
Yeah, a domain. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't think of that.
They got scammed for their web address, in my opinion. But I mean, I don't know. I know there's some techie people in the live chat. I've never heard of that, but I don't know.
How are they enrolling customers?
Yeah, good question. Is it in an Excel document?
Oh wait, no, excuse me. That was from January. My apologies.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling. Then we have. I mean, this goes back all the way to 2020. They have recognition posts and things from 2020 in this group.
God.
Huge shout out to John Melton with a new social marketer.
Good job, John. Oh my God.
Yeah, anyways, I wanted to share that.
It's pretty embarrassing that they, in my opinion, have only added 800 new people to 800-ish.
851 in the last week, to be exact.
Low.
Per their group.
Low. In my opinion, but what do I know?
Yeah. Wild.
It gets complicated, but really there's 4 things that we're going to focus on, okay, which are these 4. So the first thing is the call that you're on tonight, okay? This is going to happen every Tuesday night, okay, like clockwork. If it falls on
like
Christmas, we might postpone it, but other than that, guys, we are always.
I don't know if anybody grew up in church, but this looks like a church flyer for Wednesday night teen group. That's just me. I don't think that their branding is good. I think it's awful. I don't think they thought through one single thing other than she said she likes teal. Mm-hmm. And then they chose the worst fonts of all time. So I have no idea. Like, what is the grass? What's the shrubbery behind like your YouTube stuff? It's offensive. I mean, I say I'm offended. I'm angry because people are giving their hard-earned money to this team, and this team can't even show up with something meaningful and beautiful for them. And that's fine. Like, is graphic design really going to take down this company? No, but it sure shows how unprofessional. It sure shows how unprofessional they are.
All I'm seeing is a lot of white and a lot of midtones and no darkness.
Yep.
That's what DC has taught me.
Yep.
And
you
where's
want a light? Yep, exactly.
Where's the rule of thirds in play here?
Exactly.
What are we doing?
I know Erin's like, she's got all the stuff now. No, like we can't even make any thumbnails together anymore because Erin knows all the things.
No, I'm just a sponge. I love learning that stuff. I think it's so cool to learn that stuff. I appreciate it.
Before I go, is One Team Global the name of their team? Yep. You're
Yes.
like, why did you choose that? It also seems very like on the religious side of names. And I'm not trying to, if you're an ethical Christian, that's cool. Sometimes in the religious community, they don't give the money for graphic design. So we end up with stuff like this. And this is very, in my opinion, awful stuff.
Agreed.
Like graphic design. So yes, I've created a monster.
The things that I have learned from DC from when I started streaming and when she started streaming and we started to collaborate. I mean, there were times where I was like, DC, I don't even know how to operate this StreamYard thing. And she would come in and literally save the day. It was wild. So yeah.
I love it. Anything that
I'm grateful.
You know? No, it's been good. It's been awesome.
It's going to have it. It's going to be 30 minutes. That's hot. We're going to have the best of the best. So a lot of you guys are like, we're going to help create your story. You're going to be sharing.
Have they talked about the ad tag message group yet? Or I feel like we recorded this the other night and my brain's like kind of going forward and backwards. So
yeah, not yet, but it's coming
on here. Yeah. Again, our whole thing is to elevate all of you. Okay. This is not going to be the Tony and Sarah team huddle. This is going to be the One Team Global huddle. Okay. So mark your calendars down every Tuesday, hottest 30 minutes of your week. One thing too, guys, we know a lot of people have got busy schedules. Okay. So this also is going to be on a playlist on our YouTube channel. So you'll be able to go back and watch all the replays. So, you're not going to miss anything. Or if you have someone that can't make it, we'll make sure that they can get plugged into that. Also, too, guys.
You know what they should do? I'm sorry. They always do this. They're like, take notes, but we're going to upload the full thing. They should condense it to 5 minutes. They should upload the 5-minute one to YouTube so that if people can't make it, it will make them want to watch the whole thing because you can get a gist from 5 minutes, but they're literally not putting any weight on the value they can provide because it's like, oh, don't worry. If you can't show up, the full thing's going to be over here. Why are they going to show up then? There's no value.
Right.
I'm sorry.
And then she'll probably get pissy about it because, people didn't show up for the Zoom. So it doesn't look like they're in momentum because I don't think they are in momentum. Yeah. Otherwise they wouldn't be using old groups. They would create new groups and start fresh.
Yeah.
How old are you? Yeah. How old are these groups that they're using? Because the one in the middle I know was created 4 years ago.
Yep. So you can see the numbers, 56,000. They've gotten some more. The NWEA. This is their logo. NWEA, that is their logo. It's, I don't even know what to say. It's awful.
I don't love it.
It's just text. In school, you learn like, yes, text can be a logo, but it's not the preferred logo. And you can make really good things. And sometimes you have a text form of your logo if your logo is more graphic, like just a graphic object. But this is awful.
I have a theory about this.
Yes.
Why the Spanish name for the company? So before Moder was Moder, they were New Ways. And I think that Nueva is maybe a play on New Ways. Perhaps. That's just a theory. That's a good theory. It could be. I could be wrong. So the poll, we're going to close the poll. 40% of you think that the products will be peptides. My favorite part about that is when some of these people that are getting involved with this company are saying that it's going to be therapeutic peptides. However, therapeutic peptides can only be administered via injection from a medical professional. So I don't know how they think they're going to do that because Justin Prince probably came across that as well. And that's why he has capsules and powders and things of that nature that are less effective than injections. And there's a reason why, because those have been studied. and are approved by the FDA. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Avery has responded to the bat signal. Avery says, that's their logo? Yes, Avery. Welcome to the dumpster fire.
Indeed.
Avery's losing it. I can just hear the rage. You did come at the right time. We were like, Avery's gonna lose it.
Yep.
And Amy said, this is a travesty. It is. I mean, honestly,
Agreed.
It's frustrating because they're so, they hype up the energy of the charisma, whatever. It's like, we have the best stuff. We're going to do all this great stuff. And then like, this is what they come up with.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
We're going to do things so different. Meanwhile, doing things the exact same as every other MLM company with a different name.
Yeah. Oh God.
Guys, on these huddles, we're going to do recognition, fun stuff, role plays, all kinds of different things just to help you guys elevate your game. And actually, for some of you, just kind of learn the business, right? We're going to really equip you to go out there and hit a home run with Nueva. All right. So guys, we love ATM groups. Okay. For those of you that don't know what an ATM group is, it just simply stands for add tag message. Our whole thing is that we want to do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. We want you to gather the people and then let us do the heavy lifting. Okay.
Sorry, I had to.
Yep. No, that's literally the perfect segue into add tag message. Yeah.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
I think a lot of people in the chat, if you know Jesse Lee, you know the whole blood feud with John Melton. Whoever claims that they made it, whichever one made it, I don't care. But the important thing is, I guess for us, is that the ad tag message group is an indoctrination funnel. You're told, we'll do the heavy lifting, a red flag. You're a recruiter, not a rep. They're going to be doing all the work for you because you're not smart enough and you're not talented enough to be trusted to recruit someone. It's third-party manipulation disguised as training.
Yep.
Yay.
I absolutely agree. And all Zooms like this are going to lead to building a list of some kind, not understanding products, and copying and pasting vague curiosity posts that you can see right now on social media under these hashtags. It's really embarrassing. These people are like, oh my God, you know, we're going to be changing everything. With what product?
Yeah.
What product? What do you mean? And a VIP list, I feel like, is just false scarcity and fear of missing out mixed in there. You know, trying to get their followers and friends to get on the list. And if you think for 1 second, if you are on that VIP list, if you think for 1 second that there are limited slots, you are mistaken. You are delusional. And I mean that very gently, as kindly as I possibly can. These people are going to take any human with a credit card that's willing to follow their indoctrination and their systems. I'm going to refer to them as indoctrination. That's just my opinion. So, yeah.
Yeah, Erin's like, I'm going to say this gently, and I'm like, I'm going to say it aggressively. I hate to say this, again, the lies. When I was in, my uplines did where you're going to create, like Erin's saying, the scarcity of, we only have 5 slots. I'm only taking on 5 people. I want to be able to really guide and mentor people well, and this is all I can do. I've never seen one rep deny someone who has a pulse and a credit card. And it's disgusting because someone's going to say, wow, I can really get some one-on-one time with a leader when really the person's recruiting 25 people that month. And you think it's you and 4 other people. Come on, dude. Like, what are you doing? You're just
tagging them in videos, or, you know, making sure that they're on the Zoom, the big team Zoom.
Yep.
You know, checking in on them via either a text or a private message or something every so often. That's how they do that personal touch type thing. It's hate it.
Yes. Oh, and the M Life is Modere. That's because they're reusing, it's formerly Modere Life. And yeah, so. And there's lots of things that have Klarna, and they've said in the Nueva groups that they're trying to get the pay-as-you-go as well, which is awful. So
Yeah.
So there's going to be 3 ATM groups right now as this team grows. Okay. If this team explodes, like we think it's going to explode, we might just start our own team group. Okay. But right now, there is strength in numbers. There, people like being part of stuff, that there's a buzz and they can feel it. Right. So right now we are combining forces with all the amazing people that you guys have heard from, on the Zooms, right? The Margie Ella Prandy, Michelle Barnes, Rick and Michelle Teague, and John and Nadia, right? So right now, so if you guys want to take a screenshot of this, we can also get you the links. A lot of the things that are going to be happening with the team will.
Some of these are not searchable. Just a heads up.
Yep.
So when they're like, oh, take a screenshot and you can type it in, some of them are not like that.
Mm-hmm.
So
you have to be added.
Cool. Thanks so much for knowing how people can join the group, Sarah. Like but you're supposed to be doing something super like forward thinking and way better than Modere and way better than every other company. Like, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
Agreed.
Will be in this new Nueva Nation. Okay. We have a prospect group. What does that mean? That means anyone that you want to introduce to the business, you can actually add them in this, and you can tag them in the most recent presentation that just happened. Okay. Customers, we haven't really even started with this. This was actually a group that we had that we're now kind of switching over. But once, guys, our products start rolling out, this will be a great place that you can tag people in to learn all about the product, right? So again, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to become the expert. You're going to be able to utilize these ATM.
Listen, a side quest. As I think Erin is kind of a trusted person in this corner of the internet. I know y'all love like the Erin's lip glosses, and it's a very like, which one is it? So
let me look up the color because I don't remember the color. I know that it's the NYX lipstick lingerie brand, but I need to look up the color. Give me a second and we can keep playing and I'll look it up.
Cool.
But thank you for that. It's very kind of you.
Groups to help you move with speed, right? And which will be great. And the reason that we love ATM groups, guys, 99% of people in network marketing, they work this business part-time. So if they simply could have a conversation with someone, add them into a group, tag them in a video, they can do that at their lunch break. They can do it when they're getting off work. They can do it when they're sitting, waiting for their kids, dance practice to be done, right? So we are huge believers in the ATM group. We think it is probably the best third-party tool there is out there. There's tons of social proof in these groups, and that's what people want to see. Your customers.
Social proof of what?
How can you have any? You've been open for what, 9 days? Oh yeah, where's the product that you said was going to be launching 2 days ago? Oh, that didn't happen. Okay, wait, I don't understand. They're like, you're going to get all the social proof. How? Literally
from
how?
all the Modere stuff from their old groups they're using? What?
Yeah, God.
That's wild, dude.
Where's my having technical difficulties? There we go.
They might listen to you, but when they see the proof of something else happening in a group, they're going to buy. A prospect, they might listen to you, but if you get them into a group and they see a story or they watch something or see something that somebody else talks about, boom. A lot of times that's all they need to get them to go, hey, I'm in. I want to do this too. Okay. So anyway, these ATM groups are awesome for success tools. All right. Thursday. Okay.
Here's the council of chicken nuggets that we didn't know we needed, which we don't. We've got, and the guy who isn't pictured is their money bags, Brian McMillan.
2 people.
Oh yeah, Brian, and who's the other guy?
Brian McMullen and Tim Housden.
Okay. And there's the Zwagil dude who's doing all of their techie stuff. Jenna Zwagil's husband.
Yeah, Josh.
Yep.
Or Joshua. Josh or Joshua. I think he goes by Josh. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Also, can I just say something on the techie side? If y'all are in a private group, you can download any video in a private group. And it's easy to do, so you don't have to screen record stuff. You do need to have a computer, and you need to have Chrome, and you don't need to download anything to be able to do it. So if you're like, I want to help the anti-MLM movement, but I don't have time to record a whole thing, and I don't even know how to do that. If you know how to download something, you can do that. And I have a how-to, but I'm gonna do a private YouTube, like whatever, YouTube stream, so that if anybody wants to learn how to kind of grab information, because I know there's a lot of ex-reps here in the community that maybe they want to help take down some MLMs. I'm trying to set that up. So
Hey, a lot of you guys were on last night. Okay. So tomorrow night, we are actually going to be doing another live presentation.
Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday night, excuse me. Thursday night, 2 days. Okay. What is going to be awesome about Thursday is we are talking some product. We are showing some slides. We got some.
oh boy, another PowerPoint presentation. Be still my beating heart. What am I supposed to be excited about? Oh, you're gonna show us products like AI generated, I don't know, like 3D rendered little bottles and stuff. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, I'll put it in the Discord. Oh my god. Rip.
Oh, we'll
stuff
get
happening.
it. Don't you
So
worry.
there is going to be some.
No, unfortunately, they have talked something that they cannot back up. They've talked up their game and they can't back it up. So we're just waiting. But apparently we're going to get to see a PowerPoint tomorrow about what they're going to offer. So drop a 2 if you're maybe a little lackluster in the excitement department. Ugh.
Awesome stuff that we're going to be talking about tomorrow night. So again, this is a great tool that you can introduce people to look at the business. So some of you guys have people that maybe aren't quite ready to be visible, but they're excited. Like this will be a great a resource for them, because they don't have to be in a Facebook group, right? And then you'll be able to, either get them on this, or we can send the replay out. Okay. So this is a really, really exciting thing that will happen 7:00 Central on Thursday. Okay.
And I'll just say this,
So
these are
exciting.
incredible, and these really do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. So we just did one the other night, and you should have seen the response, the people that got over the line, the people that have been looking, the people that have been thinking about this. And the one we just recently did, in my opinion, was the best one we've done so far. And it's just incredible to see what has happened by getting people on these, getting them to bring some people on these, and then what has happened in the last 24 hours. So make sure you're using.
I'm sorry, I'm not in this company, but I've watched more Zoom calls from NWEA than I thought I was ever going to watch. If the Zoom that they're talking about is the Margie Aliprandi one where she yelled at us, if that's the best one they've ever done, that's surprising.
Margie yelled?
Yeah, she went from like, nice, nice, nice. And then she pulled a Ray Higdon, and then she went like all intense. And then she'd go, nice, nice, nice. And then she'd Ray Higdon, and I'm like, I was like, oh, there's the real Margie, I guess. Like, holy moly.
All right, tough guy. Okay.
Yeah.
In this one.
Also, I don't know how good it is to have done all these Zoom calls and only have brought in 800 people into the company. I mean, maybe that's good. You're talking people into a company where they don't even know the products are. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe they are good salespeople.
But just because they had however many people join the group doesn't mean that's how many are going to join. Because remember when we watched Justin Prince do the same thing and not everybody joined, and they had these waiting lists, and they found out they couldn't open in Canada, and they had all these problems. And yeah.
Because this one, we're going into more detail than we ever have gone into any detail like you're going to see with NWEA.
Yep, exactly.
Is the detail in the room with us?
So remember, guys, so the success.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Is this the boards app?
Yep. She took the best screenshot I've ever seen. I'm being sarcastic. I don't even know.
God.
The fact, can I just say, yes. Literally, can we look at this? The scripts, not this matters. They've randomly put extra spaces, so they're not even aligned. We have a ruler on my stream, and we like measure stuff because why not?
I love that.
But it's just, you're saying that this is going to be incredible, and then this is the PowerPoint we get. I just cannot. I cannot. Oh my God.
No drop shadow, no nothing. Just throwing that screenshot up there, floating in teal hell.
Canva, you can literally choose rounded corners. You can drop shadow. You could have done the boards app, then you could have shown the picture of what it's going to look like. And people, again, if you speak English, we're reading from left to right. So yeah, we have a picture here. Is that the best way to do it? No, because you had you had a really bad picture, and then you have this random title that's not even centered between, like, rule of thirds. It's just awful. It's
Why is the OTG board in that color blue? Just no definition around it, nothing interesting.
Yeah.
Just as boring as this teal background.
Yeah, and they've been doing the teal and black. So they've been trying to do something, but then this slide, it's like, whatever brand we were trying to do, we don't care. We're just gonna, this is like a slide that hasn't been done. Like, someone, when you're trying to do whatever, put the copy from the copywriters in to your slides, you kind of throw things on and then you go put it in the templates and stuff. But this looks like someone just dumped the content in and they didn't do anything. Oh my God, they copied and pasted from under. Deborah, you win. Honestly, you win the comic of the night.
Nailed it.
Yes, it's a placeholder at best. Also, Erin's stream and my stream, if you're stuck in top chat purgatory, you're not having the most fun you could have. So in your phone or on your computer, it says top chat. Click on that. You're going to be able to see all chat. That's where all the good, that's everybody you can see. So
tools, right? Weekly huddles, which is this one that you're on. The ATM groups, okay, it's going to help you have success. The opportunity zooms, help you have success. And then the last one is, guys, we're going to be, just so you know, so this team, one team global, abbreviation is OTG, okay? So that's what it means when you hear us say OTG. Like, it's just a little bit easier for us to talk about.
You haven't even established that that's going to be, like, they could have done one team global, OTG, one team global, OTG. When you're starting, like, you're telling someone, we're also going to call it OTG. Why didn't you make a logo with the OTG, one team global, underneath? Whatever.
That'd be too easy. That would look too good.
Don't
give them any ideas.
It's frustrating because the whole thing about graphic design is communication. It's form and function. Function comes first, then you make it pretty. And it's like, none of this communicates something well. And for example, Craigslist looks awful, but you can get all the information you want to get on Craigslist. And that's an example of function, and the form's not there, but you can find everything. On this, it's not helpful. It's not helpful for a new rep. It's not helpful for an experienced rep. And that's great. Graphic designers against MLM. Cool. It's just awful. My eyes are bleeding.
The bullet points, getting started isn't even lined up. There's an extra space there.
Yeah, because their attention to detail is just stellar.
Love
out
that.
of this world.
What is the phrase? I was trying to remember this phrase earlier. Where you just, it's good enough. We'll learn as we go, kind of thing. What is that phrase?
It's the government, good enough for government work, or what is it? It's one where it's like,
do y'all
live
remember?
Chat will know. Live chat will help.
It's a very MLM
yes.
phrase.
Live chat will know.
I could not remember that earlier. I still can't remember it.
Okay. We'll wait for live chat to save us.
About sometimes, okay? So for those of you that are familiar with boards, we have our own board already. We're going to be adding a lot of things in this. For those of you that aren't familiar in boards, okay, I'm going to tell you, we want you to stretch a little bit. We want you to get a little bit uncomfortable, but I'm telling you, this resource will help you a ton. One thing that we are going to do is that we are going to create a 2-minute tutorial that will show you how to use boards. Okay. So for those of you that are a little bit scared or nervous, I'm telling you, as soon as you realize how it works, you're gonna be like, my gosh, this is like the greatest thing ever. And this is a great place.
They're doing peptide education. No, I mean, one of them is going to be peptides. So
interesting.
Yeah. At least one of it. So.
I think that was what everybody voted for on the poll on my channel was peptides.
Good for y'all. Live chat knows. Honestly.
Seriously, yeah.
As a government worker, I don't know if I should be offended. No, I mean, Absolutely not. There's great people who work in the government, and then
For sure.
there's a lot of, sometimes with other people, there's sometimes a good enough for government work situation comes up.
Oh
So
my God, please let this happen. Please let this happen. How long until Justin Prince sues them, do you think? Please let it happen.
you know, I love a good legal drama. I love a good play-by-play.
Oh,
Dude, I cannot. That would be so much tea.
for my
life
birthday.
would be so good. Yes.
My birthday is coming up. For my birthday, this is what I want. I want the girls to be fighting. I want there to be lawsuits between Make Wellness and Justin Prince and NWEA with their teal background and their unlined whatever bullet points.
Yeah.
And their one team whatever.
Honestly, if there's ever a time where I have to put Sarah Zalecki on a thumbnail and where she's pretend crying, her tears are going to be teal. It's going to be the exact color of her logo.
It. Yes. Just get the
I'm just
dropper,
hoping.
match it up.
I'm just hoping. Okay.
It's going to be kind of like a communication hub, guys. This is where a lot of stuff's going to be housed. Like our getting started, it's going to be there. Promotional material is going to be there. Education, any recorded thing will be in here. Things to help you with list building, curiosity posts, scripts, all kinds of good stuff is in this board. And we absolutely
Is there information about the product in those boards? Hello?
Oh my God.
Okay.
No, that would be too easy. This is clearly going to be a copy and paste for, posts that they can put up to create curiosity. Scripts are probably going to be in there, things of that nature.
It's frustrating because it's like, who's going to teach? There are a few reps out there. Sam D covers one, a Mary Kay lady who's really good at, I think she's good at teaching sales. And you have these other people in the chicken nugget category where they say this script's going to work. And then they don't teach you to sell. You use the script, it doesn't work. Oh, your mindset is bad. Read some personal development. Oh, you're probably not doing enough work. So send people more scripts. I've sent people more scripts. Well, that you still need to up your personal development, because if your personal development is up here, your success can only be as high as your personal development. And it's like and I don't know. I think it's lazy. I think it's a lazy way to run your business. I don't hope MLM survive or anything like that. I just wish people would wake up and say, I deserve something more. I wish I would have woken up. I would have woken up and said, nobody's teaching me sales. I mean, I said it, but nobody did anything. And you think like, oh, well, I guess that's just too big of a dream. That's too big of an ask because, the big people aren't interested in teaching sales. So I just hate it. I hate it.
Same.
Oh my God.
Board. So if you're already using boards, drop a board in the chat. Drop a board. If not, hey, and you're a little bit nervous, it's okay. We got you. We're going to walk you through it. But I promise you that, once you got it, this little learning curve, you're going to love it because you literally can like copy, paste, send. I mean, it's a fantastic place to house all the resources. Okay. So this is going to be a fantastic tool for all of us to really scale super quick. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about guys pre-launch. Okay, so our whole thing is we want to equip you guys. We want to kind of set the tone.
How visible are you? And she's hiding behind these giant glasses. What do you mean?
My question is, where did she get the glasses from, or did she get the glasses just to take this picture? And why is the picture so shitty? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's a business expense.
I'm so sorry.
DC, it's a write-off.
Oh. You know what? I my little baby conspiracy theory is that they go on vacations and they work on vacation so they can write off parts of their trips.
Yes.
And it's just like, that's so deceptive. That's so twisty.
Yes. How do you think Eric Worre wrote off his $1 million pool with his logo on the bottom of it at his house where he hosts events?
Oh, because he lets people swim who pay to go to his house.
Nobody swims in there. Only him and his family swim.
My brain is exploding right now. Like, why would you do that? Why would you feel good about doing that? Why? Like, how do you sleep at night? Oh my God. The deceit. Yeah.
Yes.
If they're gonna, I think I'm just gonna rage against visibility in a second because I know she's gonna say even more. It's more twisty stuff.
She is.
dear God. Where's this blue color? Oh, it's black on y'all's. It looks blue on mine. God, it's not a write-off. Red Raider will randomly pop up in my chat when Fluffery is afoot, and it's like, no, like what the Red Raider, thank you for coming in.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
For what it's going to look like. We also want to just really help you guys, start learning skills in this business to really grow. So the first thing, guys, that I think is so important is that you have to ask yourself this question: how visible are you? Okay. And understand that if people cannot see you being visible on social media, you don't really have a business.
How do I sell on social media? If you're saying that I need to sell on social media, how do I do that? Because that will help me feel confident in being visible. Oh, you're not going to tell me I'm just supposed to cold message people? Okay, so I'm going to sacrifice relationships that I've spent time building just to do what you say I'm going to do. Like, how do I sell like on a live stream and have people buy? I don't want to cold message. And it's like, oh, well, just start, just do it. Just like fake it till you make it and be visible.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I think also, if we're going to talk about visibility on social media, it's important to mention engagement rates. And if your social media account is growing, are people following you? Or are you getting friend requests on Facebook? You can sit here and say that you have 100,000 followers, but if you're getting 12 comments like Sarah did on one of her most recent posts, well, you're not really as visible as you seem to think that you are, Sarah. And in my opinion, you should definitely not be the one teaching how to be visible on social media if you yourself are not even doing it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fraudacious. And I think she is absolutely pressuring. She's starting to pressure here, and again, people, because
Yes.
of the destructive influence, because people look up to them, they're more prone to listening to what they have to say. They feel like I have to do what they say. And you can run into that in therapy. You can run into that in business. You can run into that in school. You can run into it anywhere. Like, destructive influence is everywhere, not in a scary way, but in a I'm aware of it way. You don't have to be terrified of it, but she's saying, like, if you're not seen, you don't have a business. It's hustle is being framed as identity, which is just awful. System first, questions never. That just makes me so mad.
Can I also point out something that's very, very ironic?
Yeah.
So she's talking about visibility. And if you can't be seen on social media, then you don't have a business. But she's starting a new company because the business that she worked for as a contracted worker, Modere, closed down.
Yeah.
It's so ironic. Cue Alanis Morissette, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This isn't going to be any different.
It's so surprising because when you first get into MLM, you start to get shamed when you ask questions, or then you see, like, you go into a group and everyone's already trained, nobody asks questions. So then you feel like the strange one if you are going to ask questions, because you're like, I haven't been here before. I'm new. I don't see anybody asking questions. So I need to wait and see what's going on. And so then it's like you're trained and like reinforced to not say, like, hey, this doesn't make sense. I mean, and then if you do ask questions, it's like, oh, well, I'll answer that after we're done talking. Well, oh, I'm sorry. You're not communicating anything well, and we have questions. Like, let's figure it out and then move on. But I don't see this lasting. Who wants to call it 2026 Nueva? I'll put that poll on my side. When do we think? Start a poll.
Let me go over
when do we
vote.
think that Nueva is going to kick the bucket? 2025, 2026, 2027. I'll do 2028. Let's see. Start poll.
I'm thinking.
I wouldn't have guessed that. Well, Elamir went down so fast that it was a surprise, but it was also. not a surprise because they had an awful launch. Like the post-it notes were a sign that things were not going to do well. Just
The
it
fruit
was
roll-up
awful.
pictures.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God. I can't.
I'm still betting on if it gets off the ground. Listen, if you're in Erin's chat, put a 3 if you don't think it's going to get off the ground. Put a little plane. Put a plane. I know there's a plane emote.
A plane emoji.
Yeah. Let me find one.
Let's see. When do I think this company will close? I'm going to let this marinate for a minute.
Okay. I'm trying to
And
find
then I'll
plane.
answer the poll.
There we go. There's lots of planes. Oh, there's one looks like it's going downwards. There's a downwards plane. I'm going to put that one in there.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. That's so
There's
funny.
a downwards plane, guys. It looks like it's, I mean, for a business representation, I go with downward plane. So, I love it.
Okay. And especially in this pre-launch, we want you to be as visible as possible. Now, here's one thing though that I do feel that's super important that Tony and I are huge believers in.
I'm just going to say one more thing. Let's say you are a piano student and you have a yearly piano recital and your parents are like, you have to be visible, you have to be visible, you have to be visible. And they never take you to your piano classes because they're at somebody else's house or whatever. And it's like, you just need to be comfortable with being in front of people, but you don't have the skills in being able to play the piano. And so then when you go to your recital or whatever, you're up there, you're comfortable being in front of people, but you don't know how to play the piano. And that's what everyone came to hear. I know this is a strange story, but that's how ridiculous it is to me for them to say, be comfortable and be visible, but I don't have any skills in being able to sell. That's the ragey part because you're making people feel stuck. And because you're such a bad teacher, you don't even try to teach. You just try to keep people with their heads down, their guts turned off, and super obedient.
Yep. I agree.
Okay. Is that the question you have to ask yourself is how many poles do you have in the water? Okay. People have asked us, how do you guys build? Do you build online, offline? What does that look like? We are huge believers in, guys, listen, I don't care how you talk to somebody, just go talk to them. I don't care how you find that person, just go find that person. Like you got to go.
If you're going to the doctor's office, definitely talk to the receptionist and definitely talk to the nurse and definitely talk to the doctor and definitely start a conversation with another patient who's sitting in the waiting room before they go to their appointment. Oh, and if you have to go get your blood test, talk to the phlebotomist. You know, you never know who's going to sign up and the person in front of you at the grocery store, and you maybe go scout and go up and down the grocery store, the Target aisles, and find someone who's cute and say, oh my God, I love your hair. What do you use? And then you start and you say, follow me on Facebook. Mm-hmm. Everyone's a fish, apparently. Put all those lines in the water. I hate
it. I hate it. Hate, loathe entirely.
Also, I do not like that we have 3 polls on the right and 2 polls on the left, but that's
I'm not a fan.
There.
You know how much of a fan of things being symmetrical that I am, DC. We've learned that in our thumbnail.
Erin does love the symmetry.
I'm like, wait, no, but that's not symmetrical. She's like, it's okay because this is the rule here. And I'm like, oh, okay, we're breaking the rule. All right.
Yeah, put what kind of fish you want to be in the live chat.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be a clown. I'll probably be a clownfish, like little Finding Nemo.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. And Broken Waffles is gonna be a puffer fish. Oh, you can also be a lion. Inside thought.
There's a lionfish emoji?
There's not one here, but there's a guy on Shark Tank and they learned how to, because lionfish are super poisonous, but they can catch them and then whatever their way they've done it, they can cook it now. And it was because they're an invasive species. Being able to do this was helping with whatever area, I think it was near Florida, and they were trying to get the Shark Tank guys to buy in on it because lobsters used to be inmate food back in the 50s. Mm-hmm. And so then lobsters kind of transitioned into the more of like the affluent type of food. So it was just an interesting, because they were saying lionfish can be the same way, but
that's very interesting.
Oh my God.
I had to do it. I had to do it from the Lobster Jesus live stream, like aka Life Wave. I had to do it.
Yes, love it.
Where the network is, whether it's online, offline, at a networking event, in person, in a Facebook group, like, but as a network marketer, right? Second word being marketer, you have to find, or excuse me, first word being network, you have to be able to have as many poles in the water. Because right now during pre-launch, guess what? We want you guys to catch as many fish as you can. We want you to have as many people to talk to that you possibly can. So you want to have as many different polls that you can. So right now, guess what? Tony, he's doing a lot of polls. He's doing, stories, and he's doing lives, and he's doing posts. And then also we're doing stuff offline, talking to our neighbors, having conversations with, some of the school moms, and as we're like living our life. So, so the first question I really want you guys to think about and ask yourself is like, how many polls do I have in the water? We want you guys, especially in pre-launch, to have as many as you possibly can, because you're going to connect with people in different places, right? You're going to find somebody offline that really isn't going to be on social media. You're going to find somebody in a Facebook group that you would never find at a networking event, right? So again, we just want to make sure that we teach you guys really how to have a good 4, 5, 6 line.
I thought she was going to say, I really want to teach you guys how to be a predator, but she didn't say that. I was just where I thought we were going. It's like when I found out, or when I started thinking through that somebody became my friend only to sign me up for Young Living, it feels discouraging, and it felt like, wow, it wasn't a real friendship. You were playing the long game, because I became the consultant and you get commission from me every month. And I don't think she's a bad person. I was just think about the impact emotionally on the people that you're doing these predatory things to. It's twisty, and we may have different moral values, but like using deceit to make money, I would say, no, that's not okay, with regardless of what kind of, moral standards everybody has. That's just, it's wrong in my opinion.
Agreed.
In the water. So you just have so many people to talk to about this amazing new company, right?
Yeah, and again, this is everything right now. And just think, how can I maximize the time I have right now before people can start getting a link and signing up in my business? How many people can I get on my VIP list? How many people can I get, asking me questions, coming to the Zooms, in chats?
This is ridiculous. I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. When I've been in training, when I've been in like more like a specialized classes and stuff, when you're talking about small business owners or someone who are learning to sell online, it's completely different than just sending messages. When you do it correctly, people just come like to Target and buy stuff from Target. They will come to you and just buy stuff from you on social, and for them to say, oh, script, oh, just messages, oh, look at someone's story and like message every single person. It's like, no. So, oh my God.
Hate it.
With his elect. He's in chats with the other amazing people inside this Zoom right now. Like, how can I maximize my time? And that's what this is all about tonight, is just really understanding the importance of where we're at and what's going to happen in the next week or so, and really running as fast as you can so that you can maximize the pre-launch stage. Because, once
okay, so just running this back around, talking about the pre-launch stage, we have a tie between 2025 and 2026 for Nueva kicking the bucket. So no one's voted for 2028. A few people, 10% has voted for 2027, and then 45 and 45%. So we'll see what happens.
Keep voting, you guys. Go vote.
Okay. My finger slipped and the polls closed, so do not come over to my channel.
Oh, just kidding. Don't go vote. We'll put another poll up here shortly.
I'm new here, okay? I've only been doing this for 3 years.
Pre-launch happens, then we're in this whole other stage. And, we've got kind of a head start right now before anybody else really has this head start.
you have so much of a head start, you forgot your product. Is that
Ooh.
what you're telling me, Tony? What? Oh.
Start. So let's just really take
false advertising.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
definitely false advertising. Oh my god.
Oh,
Baby
I
snark.
honestly, my life is made complete when I just read Tony's Facebook posts and baby snark. Like, it's my favorite thing.
It's
my
so
favorite
funny.
thing.
His Facebook posts are not doing as well as he wants people to think that they are.
Yeah. And maybe it's the whole lack of product, or maybe it's the predatory training. Who knows?
Maybe it's the overhyping of something that doesn't really even exist yet. I don't know. Could be all of that.
Yeah.
Take this to heart and go out there and do our best, online, offline, in these conversations, using us as much as you want, the incredible leaders that are on these Zooms as well. Like, I'm doing so many different things because I just want everybody to be able to reap the benefits from what's about to happen.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. All right, guys. So
When he says, I want everyone to reap the benefits, he's saying, I want everyone to join my downline so I can make commissions on them whenever the product launches. That's what he means, in my opinion. They've started the company. They're probably going to be profit sharing, whatever, and they're probably going to be master distributors. Like, there's some CEOs who double dip like that. So they're going to get the profits and they're going to be master distributors. So,
speaking of double dipping, triple dipping, I have a question for Sarah and Tony, because I know they're going to see us.
oh, what's up?
Do y'all have positions in Amare, in Shackley as well, allegedly? I'm just asking a question, Sarah and Tony. Do you have positions currently in Amare and Shackley that you are allegedly going to be signing a bridge contract with and backed out last minute when she found out about NWEA? Allegedly, and in my opinion, do you have positions in those companies? Asking for my friends here. Just would like to know that.
Oh,
okay.
Oh my God.
I just would like to know.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you tell us? Wow. Really? I'm just saying really to Tony and Sarah, because like, you're talking about the golden rule. You're talking about that you're some kind of like morally high, you're setting some kind of standard for us, and you're going and doing all this nonsense in the background. Come on, dude.
Allegedly, it's a question I have. I'm not stating that as a fact.
Yes, sorry. Allegedly, come on, dude. Allegedly.
We have questions.
Yeah,
that's all.
We have a lot of questions. Attention shoppers, can Tony and Sarah come to the front of the grocery store? Can Tony and Sarah come to the front of the grocery store? Amari and allegedly is waiting for you, and also all of us who have questions. Thank you.
Have the day you deserve. Okay.
I want to talk to you guys about a winner mindset, okay? Because it's so important that, if you've never really kind of done like a pre-launch, or if you've never really done, kind of like just something that's pretty new and fresh, right? We want to give you guys some tips that really has helped us over the years. Because again,
has anyone's did you grow again? I know there's a few of y'all here. They got this picture with everybody with their hands up. It looks like a Christian insert of, hey, doing this Wednesday deal, because it looks like they're when you are praying or whatever in more like Baptist, I don't know, that you kind of like have this position. It's kind of culty stuff too, but they also like will raise their hands, stuff like that. But this picture specifically doesn't look corporate. It comes across as more on the religious side. But that's why I wouldn't have used it if you are making this presentation, unless you are going to use religious manipulation. Yeah. So,
which I think that's what we're getting ready to see, in my opinion.
My favorite.
We want to set you guys up to win. Okay. So in your conversations, guys, even before your conversations start, you have to have your mindset ready. Okay. And so the first thing that I feel like is so important is like every conversation that Tony and I what we're going into right now is that my mindset already before I send a voice memo, before I send a text, before I get on a Zoom, before I do anything, I'm prepping myself. And in my mind, I'm already saying, hey,
I'm sorry. I thought when you're getting ready for a test, you study, and your teacher's the one who taught you skills on, let's say, math. You need to know division and multiplication for this test. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to multiply and divide. Then here's homework that you can practice multiply and dividing. And here's a quiz to also multiply and divide under a little bit of pressure. And here, you know what I'm saying? Like, the teacher teaches, and they're like, get your mindset ready. But you haven't taught us how to do anything.
Mhm.
And then people feel defeated because they don't feel like their mindset did what it was supposed to, and somehow they feel broken. And it's like, no, you have a bad teacher. Good teachers can be magical. They can change kids' lives in school and in college and wherever. And it's frustrating because there's so many people that feel broken and defeated because of the twisty stuff that they're saying right now. So,
Yep.
you know what? This is going to be the invitation that you have been waiting for. This is going to be the Zoom that you have been waiting for. This is going to be the day that you're going to say, oh my gosh, thank you for inviting me to take a look at this. So again, I'm already assuming the best. I'm not going in and talking to people and crossing my fingers and saying, oh, I hope they're fired up. I'm like, listen, I'm in. Like this, you're going to be saying thank you. I'm not obviously speaking that right out of my mouth, but that is definitely the tone of the attitude that we have, right? Also, a winner mindset is, guess what? People that are going to be around me, like they're going to make money, right? I know that every person I talk to, if they say yes, I'm like, we're going to help you make money, right? And guys, I had that.
Oh, you're gonna let 0.4%, 0.04% of people, 0.4% of people make money? Is that so? You're saying that you're not going to help the other 99.6% because they have the loser mindset? I'm just saying, if you're saying that you're going to help people make money, then your whatever mindset voodoo, not voodoo, I apologize, mindset fluffery that you're into doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
The results show that it doesn't work. If it did work, Modere would still be open because they would have brought in enough money to do all that stuff. In my opinion.
Maybe Sarah and Tony's mindset was not where it should be, and that's why Modere closed. Maybe they weren't doing.
Oh, yeah.
Attitude though, way before I was like who I am today. Yeah. But early on in my career, I made a decision that I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have that attitude. And so because of that, guess what? I was able to recruit quite a few people because they felt that. They knew that. They knew I was committed, to them, right? Enthusiasm versus all knowledge. Okay, winner mindset, okay? One of our mentors early.
Oh my God. I always ask who did this. Sarah and Tony did this. Just all of them did it.
Oh, no. Yeah. Sarah and Tony didn't do this. One of their team members did this.
Oh, okay. Got it. Because
they're not going to do this. They're going to have somebody do it.
Got it. For free.
Yeah.
For free. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can do that. Well, whoever did it, fail. You get an F on the course.
Oh.
And this whole winner mindset thing, I feel like this is just a way for them to emotionally control people. Because if you're doubting anything that has to do with this company, they're going to frame that like you're failing, or like you've mentioned before on the stream, you need to do more personal development. And that's just not the case. The second you join an MLM, the indoctrination begins for you to believe in the products, believe in the company. And really what you should believe in is a profit and loss statement. Really what you should believe in is the facts and the statistics known about multi-level marketing. That's really what you should believe in, not what Sarah and Tony want you to believe in, not this emotional manipulation, not the power of their story, because the only reason that they're telling you any of this stuff is because they need you to believe. Because at the end of the day, the consumer has the power in this situation. If customers are not buying this product, if people are not joining as a distributor or whatever they're going to call their distributors, I think they're going to probably call them affiliates to be sneaky.
Yeah.
If people don't join, Sarah and Tony don't have a team. If Sarah and Tony don't have a team, then they're not going to be making money off of other people. If people don't join this, they're not going to have a successful launch. So if you are somebody that is thinking about joining this company, think about it. You're going to be joining, you're probably going to be buying some product, and your upline, whoever it is, whether it's Sarah and Tony or John and Nadia or whoever, Rick and Michelle Teague or whoever, they're going to be gaining the income from you making that purchase while you're waiting for somebody else to make the purchase so you can make your money back. That's how this works. So before you have any, I was gonna say, before you have any, feelings about DC and I talking about it, we can shoulder that. That's fine. Feel how you want to feel. But think about this. Are you really going to benefit by joining this new company and hoping to get some products? Because I know Sarah and Tony are, because they have these people that they're bringing over from Modere, along with other things that they allegedly are going to be making income from. Again, my question, Tony and Sarah, do you guys have positions at Amari? Do you have positions at Shackley just in case this doesn't work out? And if you do, are you disclosing that to your team? Because I bet you're not, if that's the case. And so just think about it before you join. Just think about it.
And we've said this before. You've been in an MLM before. If you look at your profit and loss statement, and it may be too painful to do for Modere, I understand that. If you look at it though, and you did make money, you shut us up, right? And if you look at it and you lost a bunch of money, that knowledge helps you. It's not us saying we told you. It's you saying, wow, I had a huge hole in my financial boat that I know is there now, and I can be aware of it. And if I go forward with an MLM, I know that the profit and loss statement is going to be helpful to me. Because you deserve something better than being a cash cow for chicken nugget uplines like this, who don't do anything. They just give enthusiasm and then they yell at you when you have questions or you're wondering, why you're tired and you're giving up time with your kids. And it's just, you deserve something better. Maybe think about that. And there's high control religions, there's high control businesses, there's high control relationships, there's high control multi-level marketing companies. When I was in growing up, I grew up in church. There was this whole stigma about having mental health issues. And if you talked about it, you would somehow, that mentality would be like osmosis to other people. Though, like, you would somehow contaminate other people if you talked too much about your mental health or too much negativity or whatever. And they do the same thing in MLM. If you ask questions, it's like, oh no, you're the bad apple. If you have a bad day and you're saying, hey, I'm really struggling, that's not allowed to be asked either, because you're going to contaminate all the people, because apparently questions are bad. Just think about that. Questions are neutral, and you can't make somebody be something like that. And I know that's a simplistic, it's like, if you haven't ever done that, if you've never been in a high control group, it sounds silly, but there's people who grew up in those type of high control groups, and then these MLM companies reinforce some of that stuff, and it's twisty, and it keeps people in vulnerable people in positions where they continue to be harmed. So,
and I think it's simple to people that are not a part of it, like you were saying, but to people that are a part of it, it's very complicated, and it takes a lot of time to work through all of that.
Yeah.
It's not simple to somebody that has had these layers of indoctrination instilled on them, whether we're talking about, cults, commercial cults, whatever. It takes some time to work through that, so it's not simple to somebody in it.
You don't have to understand someone's story and what they felt going through something to respect their experience, to respect that they're the best person to tell you what happened to them. Kind of like with neurodivergence, you don't have to understand autism or ADHD to respect the needs of someone who I'm just saying, just like Erin has rules on her channel, you don't have to understand why she has those rules. They're there and you get to respect them, or whatever it is. So that was an interesting thing for me to be thinking about, especially with MLM. You don't have to understand why it was so difficult for someone while they're in. You can grow in your compassion, but you can respect them as an individual, and that they're going through pain, and that was painful to be in. It was painful to leave or whatever. So
Yeah.
In our career, he shared something with me. He said, listen, people are going to be more excited about the height of your enthusiasm than the depth of your knowledge. Guys, somebody drop me a fire emoji in that. You guys hear that? People
Fire
are going to be
emoji.
more excited about the height, how high, how tall, right? The height of your enthusiasm than the depth of your knowledge. So understand that people are going to want to be with you.
Erin,
Thank you. Excitement matters more than knowledge. This is an appeal to emotion. In my opinion, the who, what, when, where, and why matter when you're trying to sell a product, which we know there's going to be some really wild health claims in association with this company and coming from the distributors. There's already whispers. We talked about peptides. There's already whispers of them going to some sort of a peptide product. And I think I mentioned it before, but you can only be, you can only, the only people that can give these therapeutic peptides are medical professionals. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they come up with. My prediction, because I do make predictions sometimes, is it's going to be some kind of a white label product. My prediction is that they are going to use studies that were not done on the white label product, much like what we see Justin Prince and Make Wellness doing. You know, oh, peptides are beneficial, and you go to the study, and the study is not on the Make Wellness peptides. I think this is going to be very similar, because that's what these people have access to. So that's my prediction. If you are a member on my channel, you should have a prediction emote. But I don't know, DC, what do you think about that? What is your prediction when it comes to peptides and what this company is, what you think they're going to do?
I don't think anybody in this team is creative enough to be able to talk about their product without having to tear somebody else's product down. Meaning, like, if they do go with the peptides, they're going to try to slam Make Wellness, or, in my opinion, and this is just a hypothetical, I think that there's sometimes you can be creative and you don't have to, like, say, hey, my Kleenex is the best one because it has lotion and it, it's, you can recycle it and biodegradable, all this cool stuff. And it, it doesn't tear up your nose if you have to use a lot of it. And then I think that NWEA is, hey, you know what? This is the best Kleenex because that Kleenex is awful and whatever. You just tear it down, in my opinion. So I think they're going to say, well, our peptides are actually natural. Our peptides are, and I think it's going to be a shade fest against Make Wellness.
I love it.
So that's my prediction.
Hey, Sarah and Tony, write that down. Thank you. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. I promise not to burn Erin's channel to the ground. All right.
And do what we are doing because you are fired up. We've had more people, and some of you guys are probably on here today, that say, I'm in. I don't really know what's happening, but I don't want to miss it, right? They know that we are going somewhere, right? But guys, I will tell you, again, this attitude that Tony and Sarah have now, we had it when Tony was a taco truck kid. We had it when Sarah was the nanny. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's something that we've always carried with us. Because
why are you talking about yourself in the third person? What is happening? Oh my God. Sorry, Becky. My Nightbot's out of control. Sorry. Just ignore Nightbot. It's being naughty right now. I'm so sorry.
It was so powerful to me when someone shared that. I was like, oh, I get it. I figured out, like, yes, all the details and all these things are important. They're going to come along with it, guys. And yes, product education, like, oh my gosh, our team is going to be so well trained in that. But don't get caught up on, like, having to know everything about everything. Just know that, like, people feed off of the energy. And that's why some of you guys are on here. You're like, I feel the energy. That's why I'm here. Like,
so you can be energetic and have really bad science. You can be really passionate, have really bad science. You could convince people that something is true when it's not true, because enthusiasm is the most important thing. Are you listening to yourself right now? And I guess enthusiasm is the only thing you really can offer at this point because there's no product. Hello? Is this for real? If someone did a presentation like this in high school or even in middle school, your teacher would flunk you, honestly, to say, oh my God, enthusiasm is the only thing that matters. Enthusiastically, I will tell you, go sit in timeout. Ugh. It's frustrating because data and facts matter. And someone getting excited and telling you that something else is actually true, that's not, it's not ethical. It's twisty.
100% here because of that. So that little concept for us really, skyrocketed our business early on because we focused in on that.
Ugh.
And the reason that we have the opportunity to really make the big money early is because we're here first.
Yep.
And you can't be afraid of the hustle. Like, this isn't, 5-lane paved super highway right now, because we're just getting it ready for pre-launch. And know that you're going to have a lot of conversations. You're going to talk to a lot of people. But again, they're watching you. They're watching how you, maybe.
If you're just listening right now, Sarah Grace in the chat said, I'm a research analyst who presents their data literally every day. These slides kill me. Oh, we're all just dying over the slides. So here's an example of what they were doing earlier. They have the teal and they got mindset, the winner mindset or whatever. Like, I hate this, but at least they're attempting to go somewhere with it. They don't repeat this. They're not consistent. And we have more prayer hands. Like, they've done it on 2 slides. So we haven't learned anything other than they have reaffirmed that enthusiasm is the thing that will sell things, and that they had enthusiasm when they were a lowly nanny and lowly taco truck employee. So yeah.
Leave a voice memo, a little bit about your vision and why you're so excited about this. They want to know that, wow, you're in. Wow, I can feel your energy. Man, I haven't seen you this excited in a long time. Wow, I got to see this. I got to be a part of this. When's the next Zoom? Can you put
this is bandwagon fallacy when you're saying I have to be a part of this and people are jumping on the bandwagon. It's a fallacy because you're doing it just because everyone else is doing it, not necessarily because the product or the information is right or good. So rip to that.
Me in a chat with one of these amazing people like you keep talking about, and just know that you're going to have these conversations every single day, but people are going to be looking at your enthusiasm, at your posture, how you're showing up, the energy that you're giving. Are you sure? Are you confident? Is your belief through the roof? Like, all those things is what makes you an attraction magnet for this business.
Guess what? What helps people build their confidence and build their comfort in front of others is skills and knowledge about the product, and saying, hey, you know what? We sell tape and it's blue and it sticks to anything and you can actually paint on top of it. And when you peel it off, it doesn't ruin the wall. Instead of saying, I'm really excited about this tape and I know nothing about it, but this is incredible and you should get it too. Like, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. And the posture, God, if we could go back on every single MLM video and just pick out the word posture and just make a little montage of all the posture stuff. I mean, Ray Higdon, we could probably have a 4-hour one of his posture.
Very easily.
Yeah.
Ew.
So just stay around the fire until you become the fire, right? Because that's going to carry you through this pre-launch.
Yep, exactly. And then 2 other things on here, guys, that I feel that it's, kind of noteworthy to talk about is don't be afraid of the hustle. I know there's a big, anti-hustle culture out there, but let's be real. Like, if you want to make it and you want to build, like if some of you guys are on here and you're like, I want to build a 6-figure business, or I want to, one day quit my job, or I really want to pay off my debt for my house, or whatever it is, like we got to hustle it.
Yep.
Right? So don't be afraid. Like, there's seasons for different things in our business. And right now, like, it's the hustle season. It's the how many conversations can we get in the mix with right out of the gate.
You know what's interesting? The potential recruits have the power in the situation. If you don't feel like you have the power, you do. And the reason I say that is they need you more than you need them. They are trying to paint it like you need to get in on the ground floor, but their business will not open without reps paying into the comp plan into the company. So you have the chance to ask questions that you deserve specific answers to. So I don't play into their appeal to emotion or their appeal to authority or their, the authority fallacy or whatever, that they are somehow an expert. Like, no, you have the power.
Big
You
facts.
have the power. Dear God. The cult, like, be around the fire, be close, like, I'm not here for it. I'll let them rage on a second before I ruin my life.
And it's also important to know something else, guys. Okay. Understand, you guys know we are early. Okay. And because of that, it is going to be too early for some people. And that's okay. Right? Like, some people say they're
not having a product should be too early for everyone. It should be for everyone.
Agreed. Not having branding, not having a comp plan, not having a website, not having a product, not having any of it should be too early for everybody. I mean, I don't think anybody should join a multi-level marketing company. That's just my opinion. Yeah. But I'm waiting for her to say something like, they'll join eventually, which is tap dancing on that. No doesn't mean no. It just means not right now.
Yeah. Go for no. Yep. Yeah. Go for
Hate
no.
it.
Visionary. And then they realize they're not a visionary, and that's okay, right? So some of these people that we're going to talk to, they might be like, hey, this is great, but then they might get scared or they might have different feelings or whatever it may be. It just means it's not yet, okay? A lot of these guys that we're having, that you're going to be.
This is frustrating because, like, they're talking about being, being around the fire, staying around the fire, like, which is like culty loyalty language. And then she's reframing fear as a lack of vision. It's not them, it's you. And it's classic blame game. It's making you feel bad when it's not your fault, because they're going to continue to deflect attention from themselves. Because if they really had to own their behavior, it wouldn't match up. It wouldn't be able to stand on its own, because it's like a deck of cards. I mean, it looks like solid, but you can blow it over, and they can't have people look too closely because it'll collapse.
And I think these two people are people that you should be looking closely at, in my opinion.
Yep. Yeah. And again, it's just like, if you ask specific questions that you don't get the answers to, that benefits you because you're not getting the wool pulled over your eyes by Tony and Sarah. And if you say, oh my God, they wouldn't do that. Questions are neutral. If you ask questions and don't get your answers, why wouldn't that be a red flag for you? If they're such good people, they should easily be able to answer the questions. If the opportunity is so, good and holy and magical and like shiny and not messed up, they should be excited about saying, yes, it does this, 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 and this. Have you ever noticed when someone's actually honest, telling the truth is simple? It's clear, it's direct, it's upfront. They should be able to say, these are our products, these are the ingredients, this is what they do. And we can't claim that they do this, but we think you're really going to like them. They never do that. They're like, be excited about it. This is like a brainwashing pre-launch, and then people are ready to do all the things, which is, it's sad. It's not sad. I'm not saying that the reps are sad. I'm sad because you have a bunch of greedy, in my opinion, individuals who are at the top of their former comp plan going in and using their manipulative brainwashing skills to take advantage of people
for their own benefit,
for their own gain.
Yeah.
I don't like it. They're using destructive influence to profit. And that makes me angry. I feel anger about that because fairness is important to me. Truthfulness is important to me, and they're not doing either of those things.
Yep. I agree.
Planting seeds with, a lot of them, they're going to be excited, they'll be ready. But then there's also going to be people that in 4 months, they're going to come in, 6 months, they're going to come in, a year, they're going to come in, 2 years, they're going to come in, right? So just know that right out of the gate, and don't get discouraged. Just know, like, oh yeah, you know what? For some people, it's too early, but that doesn't mean it's like, it's too late. for them, right? They'll just get in at a different time. Tony and I, we experienced that with our prior company. We're there 13 years. And when we pre-launched and launched the company, it was really early for a lot of people, but we saw them come into our business over the years, right? 6, 7, 8, 9 years later, right?
Hang on a
So
second.
just
Hang
know
on a
that
second.
the seeds that you're planting right now.
Hold on a second. Sarah, question for you and Tony, real quick. These people that joined 7, 8, 9 years later, did they join under a position from a former leader that left that you guys bought? And you just slid them right into that position? They were like, oh, instant elite. Look at, oh, yay. I'm just wondering if that's the case. Because I know, allegedly, Sarah and Tony teach or taught, past tense, in Modair to buy positions from leaders that were leaving, and they would put, like a family member or somebody in there, collect the money. And then when somebody was thinking about coming over to Modair, allegedly, they would say, well, I've got this position. It has this much volume that's being produced. It's currently taking in, or it's currently making this much money per month. You come over, we can slide you right in there. You're making that much per month. Is that how these people came back to Modair, Sarah and Tony? I'm just curious. I'm asking lots of questions tonight. But go off about being honest. Go off about being servant leaders. Go off about being transparent. Yeah. Okay. That's my question.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Allegedly. Yes.
Some of the you need a shirt. You need a shirt, kind of like gray shirt with black lettering, like block, just allegedly, and then like a little pyramid.
That'd be good. Or I like real simple shirts that just like my one that says I could be meaner. By the way, I bought 2 other colors. That's coming because I love that shirt so much.
That's amazing.
I like simple things like that.
To all the Sarahs in the chat, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry to anybody except for Sarah Zalecki. I mean it with my entire chest, as disrespectfully as possible.
They're not frivolous, right?
Yeah.
They're just know, like, every seed, you have no idea what will come out of just that one seed, right? So we just got to make sure we're
people are not
planting and having conversations. All right. So your assignment, we are big into assignment.
Press shift when you sign up. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Can everyone in the chat pinky promise, just hold your pinkies up or raise your right hand. Promise that you will press shift when you size up your images. Just please, for the love of God. But they're so techie, like forward facing in this company. It's going to be incredible. It's going to be better than any other. It's going to be better than Modair. It's going to be in the 21st century.
Are we fishing or planting?
I'm confused. I think we're both.
Also, why do we have assignments for people that are supposed to be business owners in a company that hasn't even launched yet, doesn't have a product, doesn't have a comp plan, doesn't have a website, doesn't have anything other than a company name? Why do we have assignments? Business owners don't take assignments from other people. They're the ones that create the to-do list for themselves as the business owner, to include setting the pricing, setting the name of the company, all of those things. Why do we have assignments? That's weird.
Yeah. Yep. Again, and there's a saying in Mary Kay, but I think it's backwards. Mary Kay, they say you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. And I think you're in business for yourself, and you can't be by yourself because you need a downline to be able to make any kind of decent money. That's just rip.
They say that. That's not just a Mary Kay thing. They say that in everywhere, a lot of MLM companies. Yeah.
Yep.
Wild.
Yeah, I don't do homework for my job. Yeah. And a lot of companies, when they pay for your schooling, because it's a part of their whatever their comp plan, their employee packages or whatever, like you can go back to school. Those where you do your assignments, but you're paid to do those by the company you work for, and you don't get paid for this. It's 100% commissions only in this, unless you get a bridge contract, of course.
Or have positions in other companies allegedly that are
Yeah.
is not disclosed to everybody.
Love that. Love that so much.
Eh,
Okay. I'm sure you get to sleep really well at night, Sarah and Tony, allegedly.
mhm.
Okay, because people are like, tell me what to do. We're going to tell you what to do. Okay, so your goal, guys, there are two things. Number one, your goal is to invite into Thursday night Zoom. Okay. Number two, your goal is to invite into the new Facebook group.
They're not
They
new.
One or two.
They've definitely made this in Canva though, and a lot of even if you drop it into a frame, it's not as common now, but you can drop the picture in and it's underneath. It's dropped in and the ratio is maintained. So
Mm.
I know they sized this up and didn't press shift. I'm just hoping everybody in chat doesn't do this for me.
Don't do that.
Help me out.
Also, the groups are not new, Sarah,
Yeah.
and we know that from the analytics, the about section specifically on the groups. This group that she's talking about was created in 2020. Well, 4 years ago, 2021, excuse me.
Yeah. And it's deceptive because everyone's going to join them thinking that, wow, look at all these people who are interested in NWEA. Wow, look how fast it's growing. Wow. Also,
Yep.
I didn't get in time because I'm 57,128. Like,
Mhm.
oh my God. And it's deceptive. It's like
Agreed.
cooking the books, allegedly. It's like saying that you're making more than you did, or that you had more customers than you did, or you did more volume than you actually did. And it's like, oh wow, this company's doing a lot of stuff, and someone buys it, and it's like, you fudged the numbers. You fudged the numbers.
Yeah, and if you have 56,000 people in the group, I would assume that you would get more than 220 likes and 89 comments.
Yep. You would hope.
Engagement matters.
Yeah.
Things you can either invite into the group and be able to tag them into the video that's going to be happening Thursday, or you can invite people into the Thursday night Zoom.
Yep.
Okay. So it's basically the same thing. It just depends on that prospect if they don't want to get into a group or what have you. But really, guys, those are our two assignments. Okay. That's it. Nothing else right now. Just having conversations and getting them into these two events.
And here's the thing, we're social, right? You're
Yeah.
on social.
Yeah.
So make sure throughout tonight, you're taking little videos of this and you're doing little screenshots and you're posting it on social. People want to be a part of something that's fun, that's exciting, that's new, that's unique, that's disruptive. And they're like, oh my God, what is this? So make sure you're doing this throughout the evening.
So hype it up. There's no product, but say it's new. It's a blah blah blah. It's it's a scam, in my opinion. What I say, it's a scam. You're signing people up. There's no product. You keep saying we're going to get the product out in 7 days. That hasn't happened. Oh, it's going to come out next week. We don't know if that's going to happen. You haven't told us what you're selling, but we're supposed to sign up and trust you, bro. That's no.
I feel like it's information control that's hidden or integrated with FOMO.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy it.
Yeah. I think we'll pass.
Yeah.
Because you'll be able to post that and tag us and create curiosity and get people to say, oh my gosh, what was that thing you were on? That looks so cool. What is that? And they'll start asking you questions. So all of this will help you lead into Thursday night.
Yep, exactly. All right, guys. So I want to give you a couple of things, and then I want to introduce a great girlfriend of mine. I want her to share kind of what she's been doing over the last few days. She's got some great tips, guys. That's like real time what she's doing that you guys can take and start using right away. Okay. So the first thing I want to share with you guys is like, don't be afraid to get on social and post. Go loud, be proud, talk about your
Proud
excitement,
of what?
talk about your emotion, use humor.
Ooh, what are we being excited and proud and consistent and seen about? Oh, and if you're like pro NWEA, let me just ask you this. They're telling you to hype something up, and they're telling you to bring people in because of the relationships you've made with people. The people are going to trust you. They're going to come into this group. Everyone's going to say, this is incredible. This is incredible. This is incredible. But what is it? What is it? Yes, that was literally the perfect soundbite for this.
Thank you.
And y'all
Yes.
might already be attached to John Melton. Y'all might already be attached to Sarah and Tony or whatever. It is unethical in my opinion. It is just deceptive. It's twisty. It's gross for them to get you to, yeah. Oh no.
Loud and proud. Nah, that's not a dig at our friend David at all, who had what did he say? Hold on. The fastest pivot. David.
Oh.
What is his last name? Oh, here it
Simony,
is.
right?
Thank you. Simney. I don't know how to say it. Where did this post go? Oh my God. Oh, here it is. We set the world record for the quickest pivot in the history of network marketing. This team blows my ever-loving mind. Let's figure out how these OG collagen gangstas
Ew.
got here last week. Oh, it's a play-by-play. 1:25 p.m. 7 days ago, 4:11:25. And you know he's going to read it that way. I was on my way to Colton's first choir concert with Angela when I got a text from our business partner, Barbara, that changed my life forever. Modere has shut its doors after 23 years. I thought it was a sick joke. I thought we were hacked. It was only one day before payday. April Fool's was 10 days ago. We were literally running into momentum for a third time, except you weren't, David. Thank you. My heart sank. How could this happen? I took a few minutes to gather my thoughts. 1:29 p.m. I called my elite rep, Peter, who picked up and said, "It's true, bro. I'm so sorry." All of us at corporate just got an email 30 minutes ago, and we all lost our jobs. No one knew, not even the CEO. Again, I had to process my thoughts. I sent Angela into CJ's concert. Get in there, Angela. But I knew I could not get it out of the car. 1:35 p.m. I called my CEO of 15 years, Ozma. I got you, she said. She had just gotten off a call and confirmed it. That's all I needed to hear. 1:37 p.m. I called Todd, my director of sales for over 4 years, formerly with Modere. I lost my place. Hold on. Here it is. Now with her company, Amare. I told him our team had an emergency plan and that I was having a Zoom with our team at 2 p.m. He was such a huge help, all caps. 1:43 p.m. I sent a text to our leaders. Modere just shut down. We're getting on a Zoom in 15 minutes. 1:52 p.m. I texted my wife. News is spreading lightning fast. My phone is blowing up. Get out here now, all caps. I have a Zoom with our team at 2:05 p.m. Zoom started late because Angela had to wait for the last song to end. We were in shock. Everyone was silent, just processing quietly. Then so many questions. Total, period. Utter, period. Disbelief, period. It was surreal. Okay, I'm not going to read the rest.
I was just ready for the hard return. Erin.
Oh, God.
He missed his son's concert to be on the phone. That's frustrating. It's just like classic MLM. You're gonna miss out on stuff with your family because MLM. Because MLM comes before everything.
Mm-hmm. That was a third of his post that I just read. A third.
Oh my God, it's like a CVS receipt.
It's so bad. It's so bad. But you guys, according to David, whatever, Davey, they set the world record for the quickest pivot in the history of network marketing.
Is there like a Guinness Book of World Records for that? Because
well, I don't know, but I'm sure that's pretty easy to fact check, David. And I'm pretty sure you're not going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records, contrary to what you posted. Okay.
Love it.
I mean, but you want to definitely get out there and start, talking about like what's happening, right? And I want to share with you guys, when you are posting, right, or even when you're having conversations with a prospect, guys, it's important that you can use a lot of these things. So this is a great screenshot, by the way. Okay. So these are different bullet points that you can use when you're talking with people. When people might say, well, what is it? Why are you excited? And you can talk about maybe your feelings.
Your feelings?
Well,
feelings are information, but like you're saying to be deceptive. That's the problem. They're saying to be deceptive with their feelings. Oh, I am supposed to be excited, so I'm going to be excited. That's not naturally what's happening, I don't think, with anybody, unless you're excited you got on the ground floor, allegedly, even though John Melton and everyone wants to move their team in the order everyone is in their schmyramid so that there's no drama. What?
Yep.
No thanks, dude. Your feelings plus your transition story. Oh yeah. We need the soundbite again. Oh god.
Yeah.
What if no one has any experience in the industry? So that's not going to be applicable. Where's the software? Where's the back office being built? We don't know. They've never shown that. So I can't share that. I just have to basically trust them. That's like sharing a before and after of someone that you don't know, but someone shared it with you. And then they said, hey, this is an actual real before and after. And then it gets passed and passed and passed and passed along. Is there software? Is there a back office? We don't know. So you can't share that one. Multi-million-dollar financial backing. Brian McMullen, whatever.
McMullen, yeah.
McMullen.
Tim
Okay.
Houston.
Yeah. So 2 dudes, fine. Legacy level leadership and systems. What does that mean? Legacy because it's old as hell, and it's these Facebook groups that were 5+ years old with people that don't even want to be in Nueva.
That part. Also, I wonder how many positions in how many companies Brian McMullen has in other MLM companies. I wonder if it's close to like 20 or something.
It's a great question.
Just have so many questions tonight, you know?
Yeah. I think legacy level means like high up, maybe high up ranks in the companies or whatever. I don't know. What do you think?
I think what they're talking about is the years that some of these people have been in MLM, and they're using that as saying listen, these are quality leaders because they've been doing it for, 30 years or whatever. And I think the 30 years of experience is for their team to use Sarah and Tony's 30 years of experience if they don't have experience. Oh, well, my leader has, 30+ years of experience. I think that's what that's for.
Yeah. It's interesting. Again, like we're asked to pass information along when you're in an MLM, but you're never allowed, you're never given the same respect of getting, like being able to get answers when you're told to do something. Like they never do anything for you. You have to do all the things for them. Just ew. Gross.
David.
Ew, David.
You love that.
And transition into like what fires you up about being here. You can give them some facts, right, about some of these different things on what's going to make us unique and why so many people want to be a part. But at the end of the day, guys, the reason that people are going to say yes is because you have a real conversation with them. Using your energy to do the talking so they can hear your emotions, right? Using voice memos or doing a Zoom or a FaceTime or being face-to-face with them, right? They want to see those eyeballs, right? They want to see that glimmer again, right? A lot of you guys, you got your spark back, right? Or maybe you just got a spark to begin with if you've never, been part of this amazing profession, right? But, that's a piece too, guys, is like being yourself, having fun, guys, getting in your stories and talking about why you're fired up about what's getting ready to happen. Yep. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect, right? But if people catch that enthusiasm, right, that's the point where they go, oh, there's something to this. Yep. Oh, there's something that's happening, right? So other thing, guys, that I want to share is plug, right? So we kind of have like the 4 Ps.
The plug.
No marketer.
What are we buying?
No marketer would have ever let this see the light of day. Oh my god!
What are we?
People? Plug people into the info. Oh my god! Where's Brandy Lee? Oh my god!
Have reached that point in the live stream.
You can't make this up. I don't think we can't make this up.
You can't.
Oh my god. No marketer would ever let this see the light of day. They wouldn't. They thought this was good. It's very Carl Deichler of them just to do whatever they want and hope that other people have the taste to appreciate it. Like, stop.
Yeah.
Carl's weird. Plugging people into that information, right? Letting the tools do the talking. These are the 2 options that I want you guys to use, right? So you're going to either use the prospect Facebook group, right? You're going to add them in there, going to tag them in a video. Then you're going to have a simple message and ask them what stood out if they want to be on your VIP list, right? Some of you guys might ask, well, what the heck is a VIP list?
Oh my God.
We're
Uh,
really going to go over what a VIP list is in 2025.
Yeah. Assignments, add, tag, invite. You're not a partner. You're a recruiter
Oh
in
my
a script.
God.
No discussion of comp plan, science, or ethics. And you deserve that. You deserve to be a part of a company, not just that like feels good, but it aligns with like treating, and they say the golden rule, they're not showing any kind of signs of believing any of those things. The golden rule is treating people how you want to be treated. And this is just treating people so they can be in a position to make you money. In my opinion, that's probably not what they would say. If you want to be a part of an ethical company, you deserve that. And if it's not ethical, you don't need to stay. You're an independent contractor. No one can keep you there. No one can keep you there. You're 1099.
Yep.
Ugh. Is ethics in the universe with us?
Definitely not, Amy. Definitely not.
Neil deGrasse Tyson says absolutely not. Oh my God.
Guys, it's a bunch of names on a piece of paper that says, hey, I want info. I want to be a part. I'm in. Okay. So
Wow.
simply you're just going to, stay connected with them and give them updates as we're getting ready to pre-launch. Or number two, you're going to send them the video, right? Direct video, the replay, whatever it might be, right? But we're just keeping it simple, sharing the info, being excited and following up. Like it is not rocket science with what we do at Net.
I mean, you don't have a product, so I mean, it's offensive to rocket science. Like, what do you mean it's not rocket? I mean, maybe it is rocket science because you're telling us how to sell something when there's nothing to sell. Like, sell air. Okay, well, air is actually something. You know what I mean? I don't. It's frustrating.
They're selling concepts of air.
Oh, I'm sorry. My hater mindset was getting in the way of me understanding their actual
More
business
personal
model.
development. More personal development.
I'll write that down.
Ever will be here at this company. It will be very, very, very simple to duplicate and really get rolling. Last thing, guys, is we want you to plan and stay organized. Okay. So track your leads. A lot of times people say, well, how do I stay connected with people? What do I do? I don't care what you guys use. Whatever people always ask me, what do you do to follow up? How do you stay organized?
Your company should have that built into that fancy back office. You're telling me like, yep, you use a piece of paper. Hello, it's 2025. You're telling us that you're magical Mr. Zwagil who has everything, whatever, who has so many good things with Amazon and has all this stuff. They couldn't have built you something to keep track of your customers? Hello? What are you doing?
Yeah. But let me also say the companies that do that and close down like Modair did, if these reps are using that system within the back office and they close down and they don't have it externally downloaded or whatnot, saved, they're out of luck, which I know is what happened with a lot of people in Modair. They didn't have a list. They would just go in their back office and message people or whatever. It's wild.
Yeah, it's disrespectful. Like you can say, oh, well, maybe they don't have the money to do that yet. You deserve more than what they're giving you. You deserve more than her telling you write it down on a piece of paper. So
yeah. So
here's a question, audience. We've been here. Our brains have soaked up a lot of fluffery.
Indeed.
Unfortunately. The other parts of this are additionally twisty, but we're about halfway through. So I am going to ask y'all this. I think it's the best to like do it another time, but let us know. Like the temperature in the water. One, if you think we should do this and like finish it up another night.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm hoping y'all pick one that we finish it another night, but just let us know.
And here's another thing. Here's another angle. Have we seen what we needed to see from this? Are we seeing anything new from the start of this to this point? No. I mean, it's just something to think about, because there are going to be other things that NDC and I have already been planning it. Yes. There are other things that are coming that I think would be also beneficial to talk about within this company. So I don't know how we want to go about navigating that.
Oh, so maybe we're saying like we've learned what we've learned from this. I mean, and I'll tell you, think about this. They're asking people to be on these calls. So I think we can say they're exposing people to information. They're building an ecosystem of, hey, just trust us. Hey, the information's coming. And
Yeah.
this is like the idea, the concept is these Zooms are building kind of an information behavioral emotional control of the people who are interested. And this is not just them. A lot of the top leaders know how to control people are doing this. And so there are a lot of other fun Zoom calls coming up. So we should, you know what I can do though? I can upload this Zoom call to like a unlisted video and I can put the link in the description and y'all can watch the whole thing at your leisure.
At your leisure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
I may be recording something tomorrow night, so there's a lot going on Thursday.
Yeah, I don't think
us,
DC
yeah.
and I will be live tomorrow night. I
Yeah.
know Savannah has a live stream tomorrow night that's talking about what was her name? Carissa, who is the former assistant of Jesse Lee, and she was on a podcast or something, and things were kind of wild. So Savannah is going to be covering that tomorrow on her
Yes.
channel I saw earlier. So I definitely don't want to go live with her doing that, because I want to watch that.
I want to watch that too. So I
Yeah.
think like we say this is not dead in the water. We'll put this so y'all can watch the rest of it, and we are just going to keep adding more things to the rotation, because just understanding the concept of exposing someone to a lot of information, not y'all, but like the people who want to do this.
Yeah.
That is twisty in and of itself, and then they're not doing any products. So that's the TLDR.
Yeah.
Fluffery's afoot. Nueva is wild. There's nothing to sell,
Mhm.
and they're being told you need to sell something.
And
So,
I really hope that if somebody is considering joining this company, that this helped to recognize even just one or two red flags to remind them, you know, this is not going to be any different, even though they want you to think it's going to be. And, you know, think about it and don't fall victim to high pressure tactics, and think for yourself and ask questions. If they get weird about you asking questions, that should be a red flag. So just keep that in mind. That was really the whole reason that DC and I wanted to cover this, and why we called it what we did, and why the thumbnail looks the way that it did is because we've seen this. This is all very, very familiar. And if this stream and your comments, or shout out to the replay crew as well, helps people not join, or helps people get out of other MLMs, or helps people to not be targeted by these people, then I'm happy with what we've done here tonight.
yeah, same. Well, chat, have a good rest of your evening. Don't forget to hydrate and take your meds if you haven't taken them yet, if you need to, and eat. It's good for your body and good for your mental health. Remember that we don't drink the Kool-Aid, we analyze the ingredients, and we'll see y'all next time. So,
and if you would, before we close out, if you would like the stream on both of our channels, make sure that you're subscribed, and drop us a pink heart or something after the live ends, if you would. It helps the algorithm, helps us get the word out to more people.
Yeah.
And DC, you have an outro, don't you?
I did, but I don't have one for. I don't have one.
Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, well,
we'll do better next time.
Yeah, well, it'll be fine.
I'll work it next time.
It's fine. Right. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you for all the member milestones, the super chats, and all of that good stuff. We appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next stream.
Yeah. Doodles.
All right. See y'all. It's gonna take a second, but you know.